ain't in court. It ain't in court. You all officially live. Yeah, let's see. I in my. As usual, we start off. Question. Do we have any questions?
Now, I remember my question from yesterday, what would have happened if Solomon would have kept David's charge?
Hold on, you gotta say it up to the microphone, people can hear what you're saying. What you saying?
I was saying, a continuation from yesterday. Remember when I asked you, what would have happened if, Solomon would have kept David's charge if he wouldn't have sinned? If he would have, kept, the statute, the law, and the commandment?
Oh,
How,
David already did you talk about David and Solomon?
David and Solomon, if they would have kept the charge and actually kept the statute, law, and commandment without going on,
Yeah.
they would have, then that means that Christ would have actually came through Mary and Joseph.
There would have been something else. It worked out.
It would have been worked out another way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still don't think he would have came through sex.
I don't
Because
it's corrupted.
it's corrupted for one, and it talks about the seed of the woman all the way back in Genesis 3 already.
Come.
So I think God already seen it happen. That's why I said I didn't hear the answer in the beginning. So I think what happened was what happened anyway. Yes, sir.
You just sparked my memory. So that David's signature, that's when he signed his signature, that's the two dots, one up and one down. That's his signature, David's signature.
What you mean the signature? I don't understand the signature.
Like the seal, what they
It would
call
be a seal.
A
It
seal.
wouldn't be there was no signature that I know of back when they used a seal.
Okay, because
A wax seal, what they would do.
because David is a king, and I know you remember the lesson that you taught where you brought out that Mary is a queen. And I'm thinking because on the pictorial, the doors are doors, are they not?
Yes.
So I'm thinking because David is a king and Mary is a queen, and usually that those two doors, but one is upside down. I'm thinking that second door is feminized for Mary, because those are the two doors that Christ come through.
What two dots you talking about?
So David's seal, basically, how he signs his name. He signs it with a triangle up, and I'm not sure if that was his signature. I just heard
Talking about the shield of David.
the shield of David. I heard that was
The
the
two triangles together, one
Huh.
up, one down.
Come, and I just had a
We don't know
thought.
if that's the seal.
Okay,
That's what they say again. We're not sure.
okay.
That seemingly goes back into the Thummim and Europe.
Europe, come.
Yes,
Okay.
this would predate David.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, but then that's still oh wow. No, that was just a thought. David being the king, and when you brought out that Mary was a queen, I know a lot of people don't
See,
know.
what's happening? Listen, what's happening is happening that the Most High already saw it happening already.
Come,
Right? Remember when Christ told Peter, "You'll deny me 3 times."
come.
Because the Most High already told him what's going to happen already. He said, "He's going to deny you 3 times."
Okay.
He said it already. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain things that's already in motion that's going to happen a certain way, regardless, right?
Come.
Or the Most High can step in and then prevent certain things from happening. But he's the only way. That's the only way it happens. You know what I'm saying? But certain things are going to happen. That's why there's prophecy. Prophecy is speaking of something that's going to happen, regardless to whatever is happening. That's going to happen. Period. That's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
She's waiting for it to take place.
That's it. There's no way around prophecy. It's gonna happen. That's what the scripture say, and the scripture cannot be broken,
Come,
right?
no,
The prophecy that the scripture speaks of cannot be broken. It's going to happen. Certain Christ have to die.
come.
It had to happen. It said it would, and that's what I'm saying. So it's going to happen. Right. So there's certain things going to happen. We're destined to rule. We Israelites are going to rule.
Oh,
praise
praise
God.
Oh,
There is no way around it.
No.
It's prophesied that it's going to happen. It's been spoken of. It's going to happen. But let no one tell you anything different. They just fooling themselves. But when it happens, which is going to happen. I mean, because so far everything that it says about happening has happened, has it not?
Yes, it's happened. It's happened.
There is nothing that it says in the timeline that is supposed to happen in that did not happen in the timeline. It happened exactly in the timeline as it said it would. So going almost 6,000 years, why would you think now that it ain't gonna happen? It's been happening for the last going almost 6,000 years. It happening as the Most High said it would,
All the way accurate.
all the way accurate. I'm waiting for one inaccurate prophecy so far. Like where? Where is it? Point it out. Right? Why would we think now? The Apostle Peter talks about in the last days, people gonna be lovers of themselves. Do we not see that today? Is that what happened?
Man,
Right? Betrayers, truce breakers. We went out last week. As he says it would, as the Spirit said, that's exactly what's happening. That's the time we live in it. It's here. He's accurate. On point.
So who do the Jewish say the Edomites are? The kites,
Themselves.
but they don't say who the Edom, or they admit that the white man.
It's in their writings.
Oh, wow.
They gonna tell you,
Wow. Wow.
listen, these people are not claiming to be the ancient Israelites. Ask any one of them. They'll
Right.
tell you, we are not the ancient Israelites.
Right,
That's not what they're saying.
right,
The naive people
right.
are thinking that's what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. Right?
No,
In that video, he says, we are not ancient Israelites. We know we are not those people originally. We know we're not those people
of color.
of color. We know we're not. They're converts. That's what they're Israeli, they're Jewish. Right? They were converted by High Cranes, Hashmonean king. They're converts. Again, see, you have to understand, that's what the scriptures say, understand first and then rebuke. People be jumping out the window thinking they understand what people are saying and then they get it wrong. That's not what these people are saying.
Right. So they don't claim to be Israelites at all.
They don't claim to be Israelites. They claim to be Israeli or Jewish, right? It's people that don't know, it's thinking that they're claiming to be the ancient Israelites and that they're saying that that's their land, right?
And some would probably admit to it, huh? They get from like some.
Are middle already. The ones out here on Melrose, they admit that the Jews are blacks. Some of them do. That's why you see video once council in over there in Israel admitted that you have so-called black Jews, and they tell the people in the video, the guy tells them that you are ancient Israelites. He tells them, do you want to continue to be ancient Israelites, or do you want to be Jewish? Is what he tells them. Showing you there's a difference between being an ancient Israelite and a Jewish or a Jew today. He's asking what you want to continue to be. He's trying to say it's better to be Jewish
Right.
today. Why? Because we're in power. You an ancient Israelite now you're gonna be enslaved, now you're gonna captivity, you're gonna be at the bottom.
You're dealing with the curses.
Right, he telling them, be Jewish, right?
Right,
Convert, right?
right,
Deal with the Talmud,
right,
drink some blood,
right.
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 you're gonna get blessings. This is basically what he's telling them. Right, serve Satan, in other words, that's what he's telling them to do.
Hmm.
Cause he know they're not ancient Israelites. Ancient Israelites cannot do nothing like that.
Come. They ain't sure drinking no blood.
It's a
Right.
death, listen, the minute the ancient Israelites go over to worship Satan,
Mhm.
it's a death penalty for him, because he's violating the contract, the everlasting contract that he is under. We're under an everlasting contract with the Most High God.
Somebody came on.
I think that's your son, Austin. It's Barcelona.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
How y'all doing?
Wow,
Wow.
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 All right, any other questions before we get right into it? All right, no other question? All right, let's get right to it then. All right, Romans chapter 1, verse 1. We're dealing with the 5 branches and the many gospels.
Romans chapter 5 from the
Romans
top.
chapter 1, verse 1.
Oh, Romans chapter 1 from the top.
Yes.
And it reads, Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle.
So see, he's called. He's a servant of the Mashiach Yahushua. He's called to be an apostle. Go ahead.
Separated unto the gospel of the Most High.
We had the gospel of God here, I mentioned. He was separated unto this gospel of God, right? Separated meaning there was a boundary set he was separated from.
Huh.
The boundary that he was separated from was that oral nonsense. That Pharisaic mind state that he was separated from that. That meaning he was at one point connected to something that he was separated from. And we know what that was. That was that Pharisaic mentality that he was separate. He had to be severed from that unto the gospel of God. Right?
Mhm.
So the question is, what is the gospel of God? And usually when you read these phrases in the text, when you read down, it usually tells you what these things are.
Mhm.
Right? So separated unto the gospel of God. Go ahead.
Verse 2, which he had promised afore by his prophets in the holy scriptures.
So the gospel of God are the promises afore to the prophets in the scriptures. That's the gospel of God, right? When you read Paul, this is what he focused on. He constantly in his writings talks about the promises, the promise made to Israel, the promise to the fathers, right? He focuses on the promises. This is the gospel of God. I want to be clear. This is different from these other gospels I'm about to bring up.
Okay.
People don't understand the text. There's different what you call gospels within the writings of the apostles and and Paul. Right? So I'm highlighting the gospel of God here, and it's the promises to the prophets that God made only to the nation of Israel. This is another reason why Paul could not have went to non-Israelites because of this gospel right here of God. This is only to Israelite because the promises, it says right here, are to the prophets, unto the scriptures, unto the fathers. Right?
God.
Which he had promised afore by his prophets in the holy scriptures. So God only made promises in these holy scriptures to the nation of Israel. And that's what Paul highlights in all of his writing. Go ahead.
Verse 3, concerning his son, Hamashiach Yahushai, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
This is the first promise. God promised us a redeemer. He goes right into it right afterwards. This was by promise. He promised us a redeemer. This goes all the way back to Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, right? To the Lord thy God shall raise up among you a brethren like unto me, Moses says. It says, him shall you hear. When he's saying that to them, he's giving a promise that God made, and he's going to raise him up a redeemer like unto Moses. That was a promise that was made. Paul go right into it. The Messiah, this is only a Messiah for the nation of Israel. He's not a Messiah to the entire nations on the earth. He's only a Messiah to one nation. Right? But listen, when you study, people don't study other nations, that's why. Other nations had their own Messiahs as well. People don't know that kind of stuff as well, but they don't study the writings of other nations. They kind of like boxed up and stuff. That's why the Muslims have their Messiah called the Mahdi.
Come,
Waiting for him to come. Are they not?
come.
Study other nations. They all have a Messiah that they're waiting for to come.
So it's not just all religion and it all goes in together and you can pick this religion or pick that religion. These religions are specific and they come for certain people.
Yes. They're all waiting for their particular Messiah to come and put them on top. This is what they're waiting for. This one guy's gonna come and put them on top. That's what they're waiting for.
Mm.
The little food is what they're waiting for. But this 1 year is only for the nation of Israel. They don't want to teach you and tell you these things. They're banking on your ignorance of things. This is what they're doing. But I'm here to expose them.
Come.
With that, let's get the other one. Galatians chapter 3, verse 6 to 8. Galatians chapter 3, verse 6 through 8.
Yeah, I got this one.
All right, go ahead, brother.
All right, reading from the book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 6, it says, even as Abraham believed God, and it was accounted to him for righteousness.
See that? So this is talking about faith, right? Abraham believing in God is he's putting faith in God, right? And the only reason why Abraham would have this kind of faith, because we know what faith, what is faith?
Saying without.
Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So Abraham, for him to believe what God is saying, he had to have words of God spoken to him, which we know Abraham's teacher was Melchizedek. Right? That's why he gave him a tenth. He just meet the man out of nowhere. Why would he give this man a tenth of all of his goods unless this was the man that was teaching him? Does that make sense that you get stuff and give a tenth to the priest because this man was your teacher? Right? Otherwise, where does that make any sense that Abraham is giving this man a tenth of everything if this man was not his teacher, his priest? Had to be his priest that was teaching. So that's who we heard the word of God from. That's why he believed, and it was counted unto him for righteousness. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 7, know ye therefore that they which are of faith, the same are the children of Abraham.
Dude, the children of faith, again, have to hear the words of God. Faith cometh by hearing, and what? By the word of God. So if you have faith, meaning you're hearing the words of God. That's where this kind of faith comes from. When you think about having the faith of Abraham, then you have to have heard what Abraham heard. To have Abraham's faith, does that make sense? Are we lining it up?
Yes.
This makes sense?
Yeah, because he's about to kill his son.
Right? People don't know what having the faith of Abraham is. I'm gonna dumb it down so we can get an understanding of this thing, because it's not that hard. This is how the apostles was meant to teach this thing, that we want to keep it simple. Because we want you to get it. We're not trying to hide it from you. So same are the children of Abraham. All right? Those that have the faith of Abraham. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And the scriptures, foreseeing that God would justify the heathen through faith, preached before the gospel unto Abraham, saying, in thee shall all nations be blessed.
Right. So the scriptures, the writings, foreseeing that God would justify the heathen through faith, through hearing the word of God. Right? Remember, the other nations were not hearing the word of God. The word of God was only coming to one nation only.
Yes.
So how can you have this faith if you're not hearing the word of God? See, they don't understand and think that this is other nations. The other nations was not hearing the word of God. The word of God was only coming to one nation of people.
And what time of era was this?
Say again?
What time and era was this around?
This is Abraham's time. Right? It says right here, for the scripture foreseeing that God would justify the heathen through faith, preached before the gospel unto Abraham. So we have a timeline here beginning with Abraham. Right? Melchizedek is teaching Abraham. Right? Abraham is then going to teach his household. Right? He's going to teach his household. Right? And he's going to go ahead and teach Isaac and so on and so forth. So it is specific, right, to that particular household or family, which is passed down to Jacob, so on and so forth. Right? Notice it wasn't passed on to the Egyptians.
Right, yeah. But a few of them.
Yeah, and they're heathens. But they wouldn't be justified because they don't have the faith of Abraham, because they didn't hear what Abraham heard. But it wasn't being taught to them. So the gospel preached before the gospel unto Abraham. Abraham heard the gospel. See, they don't know what they don't know what this gospel is that Abraham heard. See, they think they know what it is, but they don't know what it is. Saying, in thee shall all the families, shall all nations be blessed. Again, and this is another problem with these people here, with their butchering of Paul's writings and mistranslating. But this is a quotation that goes back to the Old Testament, and we know this is not what it says. The Hebrew don't say that. It does says all, but the problem is the nation. The word here is mishkapa, right? Mishkapa. There is a at the end of the word. I'm gonna show you where it's not making it up. I'm gonna pull it up. We're gonna start making it up. There is an N at the word because you don't understand the ending of a word. You don't understand what it is saying. The I ending of a word in Hebrew is saying I, me. I'm the source. The I at the end, let me pull it up in the Hebrew and show you. No, not ya,
So it was misspelled or mistranslated.
Yeah. But the reason why they did it is because they're trying to include themselves into it when the entire time the Gospels and Paul's writings was exclusive to one nation of people. When it came down into the King James time and in that time frame right there, they start altering the text to include themselves. They start generalizing things. When the text was specific on who we were talking about. I see this is live Genesis chapter 12, where we was at, and this verse 3. Right? So now I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Only you highlighted. This is what here. This is what will be quoted here in Galatians chapter 3. And the word here is, you see here is not nations, the word here is families, right? And in these shall all families of the earth be blessed. This is what is being quoted there.
Come.
Here we say they had his family, right? I'm gonna look up the word. See the word here? Let me share it. Let me
So that-
click on it.
So that's
Let me
meaning
see what I'm saying.
individuals.
Show you the word right here.
Instead of groups, it means individuals.
Instead
of groups of people, it's meaning individuals.
it's mishpachah. Mish, M-I-S-H, right? You got mish, pach, P-A-C-H. You have an ending of a ah. You have a ah ending. It's a spectrograph. It's an ah ending. The ah ending makes it possessive. I'm the source. Meaning the family comes from me.
My family.
It's whoever comes me, out of me.
Come.
It isn't all nations on the earth. This I end, listen, this is the same thing that this is the same thing that the brother was doing to God Logic when they debated just this weekend. Because he pulled this verse, right? And Yahweh tells him, you don't understand what it's saying in Hebrew. He said, no. That I ending in there means it's possessive, means it comes from me. Your family's all gonna come out of me. That's what it is saying. Not that on the earth, there's other families on the earth that didn't come out of Abraham. Isaac.
Yeah, well, because we all know that Father Abraham song, it says that I am one of them and so are you, so let's all praise the Lord.
Say it again.
The Father Abraham song,
Uh-huh.
Father Abraham had many sons, I am one of them and so are you, so let's just all praise the Lord. That's how these songs come about.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not, it's got, but I'm saying this is telling us that it has to come out of Abraham.
Come.
That I ended. Fact check me, get your Hebrew scholar, he gonna agree with me. That that's what this thing is saying.
Like you and yours.
It's not everybody, like I said, these people that know Hebrew, they know what these things are saying. They're banking you not knowing it. So I'm showing you it's mishkapah. Mishpaka. It's the I ending. So that I ending meaning just comes out of Abraham. So now Abraham had what? 7 sons in all? 8 sons? Including with Keturah?
Yeah,
I think it's about 8 or 7 sons. No,
yeah, Isaac,
Ishmael.
Ishmael,
And he had about another
He-
6 of them with
freaking tour.
with Keturah.
And some other.
Yeah.
I want to question just.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, what image is Cain made in? Because we know Adam was made in the image of God. So it's, because I heard
Image of Adam.
Adam
The fallen Adam though.
falling at.
Yes.
Okay. Because Nate was saying something else that Seth was in the image of Adam,
Yeah, but in the image of Adam, the fallen Adam.
falling Adam. So they both made the
Was
image,
kicked out of the garden.
both of them was made in the image of Adam.
Yeah, remember, he had children when he came out the garden, right? Cain, he came after
Abel.
Abel, they all came up and he was put out the garden, not in the garden, when he was put out. And he lost the light, he lost the glow.
So when you read in that genealogy all the way down to Adam, the son of God, because I was listening, I mean, I wasn't listening, I was reading on my stand, because he was talking about that we were the sons of God and saw the daughters of men.
No, that's incorrect. He don't know Hebrew, that's the problem is. He don't understand Hebrew. The word in there, in that verse, it says olam. I think they translated as men of renown in English. These was men of old and men of renown is how they translate. But the Hebrew word olam is talking about people who are old, ancient. These are ancient people. They've lived long. Again, that's why you gotta get your Hebrew up. When you see these words, you know there's people who they're talking about.
So the Hebrew that you can use this type of Hebrew to instead of the, the ones that, I mean, what we read now.
Well, it's written Hebrew, but if you understand endings of Hebrew words, this I at the ending right here, that means something. It is that ending gives you is the source ending, or is an I ending, right? Or
The I ending means it's my family,
Okay.
right? My family.
Mm.
It's what the I ending gives you. Again, you can fact check me. This is what this thing is saying.
So in the prayer, when it's like our Father who art in heaven.
Yeah. This is what again. That's, when we get to the gospel and stuff, they butchering Paul's writing and everything else. Because we know Paul wrote in Hebrew.
Mhm.
He wasn't writing in Greek. He was writing in Hebrew to disperse the broad Israelites who still spoke Hebrew. Hebrew was still a spoken language in the first century. They're trying to lie and tell you that it wasn't, that it was Aramaic. No, it wasn't. The Bar Kokhba revolt, he was still writing to the generals in Hebrew, not Aramaic. He wrote to them in Hebrew. This is 135 AD. So we know it was still a spoken and written language in the first century. We have the proof. I have it. I can pull it and show it. I'm not just
What
saying.
about the
I'll study these things so to know what I'm talking about. Yes,
What about
sir.
the Hellenized Jews? The Hellenized Greek.
Hellenized just means your mentality.
Okay.
That's all that means. But you still know your language and who your people are. You know, just your mentality has been switched up and changed up. Start thinking differently. That's all. I'll give you an example. What? Can we get? We got the mystical. I'm just showing you that when we're reading it here, we go back, when we're reading it here, in Galatians, where it's talking about in these shall all nations be blessed. I'm just giving a clarification that this nation here is family,
Mhm.
and it's from Abraham. And we know that it went from Abraham to Isaac. It didn't go to Ishmael,
Come,
but Ishmael was sent away and his mother.
come,
So he didn't go there.
come.
He went to Isaac. We know he didn't go to Esau. He sold it.
Right,
He went to Jacob.
Jacob.
So we see it's one family
come,
that this thing is speaking of.
come. And can I say something? real
Yes,
quick?
sir.
So, and if it was to anybody other than how you just said it, then Ishmael would have had a chance to be in it too.
Yes.
So he wouldn't have excluded Ishmael if it being included other people before Ishmael. So a lot of people still have to reconcile, the other nations getting in, but him excluding Ishmael.
Here we get Mark chapter 7, verse 24.
And the 6 other babies he had after later down the line.
The big thing that there is no covenant made with these other nations. For them to be included, they have to be in some kind of a contract with God. They're not in the contract.
What you want?
Mark chapter 7, verse 24. Yeah. I'm gonna give you an example of the situation with the mindset or mentality of someone that's like Hellenized. Then we're gonna go right back to it. But again, people they're not trying to clarify the situation for you because they want to continue the let's include everybody into the mind state. And if you don't do that, they're trying to make you seem like, oh, you hate someone
Right.
because you want to bring it back to the original truth that you hate someone. There's no hate over you. I don't hate other nations.
No.
But you can continue down that path with that include everybody nonsense. When the man comes out the sky, you're gonna find out that that's not the truth.
Come.
And then you're gonna say, oh, that brother was teaching us the truth. He didn't hate us, and you're trying to show us the truth.
Mark,
Chapter 7, verse 24. Mark got it.
I got. Mark chapter 7 and verse 24. Verse 24. And from thence he rose and went into the borders of Tyre and Zidon,
Which is in northern Israel. Go ahead.
and entered into the house, and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid.
So he went into a house up in Tyre and Zidon. This is another one of these verses right here again where we know Jesus Christ had disciples in this place. Because he went into a house. Just don't go up into a place and just go into a house unless you know the people there. But he wouldn't have no man know it. See, this one of these secret disciples that he had up there that people don't know about. All these things become relevant later on when the apostles is going about, and the text talks about they come across a certain disciple
but they come across someone that believe.
Mhm.
The apostles don't know these people, but then they come across them like, yeah, I believe, I met the Lord. Like, when did you meet the Lord? Right here. He would have no man know it,
Mhm.
but he couldn't be hid,
Mhm.
right? Go ahead.
Verse 20, what, 5?
Yes, sir.
Verse 25. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit heard him and came and fell at his feet.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. The woman was a Greek.
She said the woman was a Greek,
Mhm.
but she not Greek. But the text says she was a Greek. Go ahead.
A Syrophoenician by nation.
See, her nation is Syrophoenician, so she's not a Greek woman. So then how the text calling her Greek? If she's a Syrophoenician, Sario is speaking of her language, which you go back to Syriac, which is Aramaic. Her nation, she's a Phoenician woman, a so-called black woman.
Mhm.
We want to be clear. When I was coming up, they thought that this was a so-called white woman. Because the text said that she was a Greek.
Mhm.
They thought she was a so-called white woman.
Mhm.
But the text says she's a Syrophoenician by nation. Not a Greek woman. She's a Phoenician woman.
Mhm.
She's a so-called black woman. Why did the text call her Greek? Because she's Hellenized.
Mhm.
She's keeping Greek customs.
Mhm.
This is her mentality.
Mhm.
So it says it's a Greek dealing with her mentality. Her being Hellenized. Because she's a so-called black woman. She's not from the Greek nation.
Come.
I'm just showing you the difference. That you can be Hellenized, have a Greek mentality, and because of your mentality, someone's going to say that you're Greek
Mhm.
because of how you're living and how you're speaking, right? Or even how you're dressing. Oh, I mean, that's a Greek. What you mean? That's not a white person. But look what she's wearing. Look at the mentality.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? So people going to classify you on certain things, how you dress and how you operating, even though that might not be you from your nationality wise.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like how people call certain black people Sambos,
Mhm.
or Uncle Toms, or Oreos and stuff like that, right?
I heard like you a Jew.
Or all the stuff like that. It's because of your mentality, how you're living, and stuff like that. But that's
It's
not
like it's like what about the Greek freak, the NBA player?
the Greek freak. There you go. Yes, sir. Khan, right? Good example, brother. Yes, the Greek freak. That's right. We know he's that so-called white man.
They did freak it with the freak word at the end though.
Yeah, that goes with all he's like a freak of nature. He's not like any, you know what I'm saying?
Come.
Not ordinary.
Come.
That's how they look at things like that. Oh, I don't know. They look at it as a freak of nature. That's how
But
they
he's from Greece, though.
See,
It's actually from Greece, though.
yeah, but he's not Greek.
Greek. But what is
He's not from that Greek nation, though. Like I said, what where you born at doesn't mean that that's your nationality.
That's
Is what I'm saying.
what they should be told.
Should have told who.
No, God logic, but.
He need to be. That's what I'm trying to say. That's where I thought when you said Zabak was there, I thought Zabak was going to school him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And bring him up to speed.
Mhm.
Zabak should know these things. What I'm saying, Zabak should know these things. What I'm saying to you, you're supposed to know these things.
Mhm.
It's like what Kobe was born in Italy.
I'm not sure where Kobe
Well,
was
he was
born.
born in there. He was born in.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where he was.
Well, he was raised in Philly, though.
Yeah.
Because he know how to speak Italian and Spanish and all that.
Come. All right, let's go back. Get the other one. I think in Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1 and 2. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1 and 2.
What's it?
We'll quickly pull the gospel. We're gonna continue. So the gospel that was preached to Abraham by Melchizedek, Abraham obviously passed it down. Passed it down to Isaac. Isaac to Jacob, right? Because Isaac went to school too. Jacob went to school too. Esau didn't go to the school. You learn this in the book of Jasher.
And he sold his birthright.
and he sold his birthright. Lack of, because it's a lack of understanding, which he could have gotten if he had went to school and found out what it was. Didn't. But this was the gospel that was then taught to Israel when we came out of Egypt. The same gospel that we just read in Galatians that was taught to Abraham. Right? We have Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1 and 2.
Hebrews chapter 4 from the top. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise be left us of entering into his rest. Any of you should seem to come short of it.
Right, the rest of that's the land of Israel. Right? The land of Israel is the center of all land, is in the middle of the entire earth. When it was one, what it would call Pangea, before it broke up. In the days of Eber's son, Peleg. It tells me they said that the earth was at that time divided, right? Because Peleg means divide. You start to split up, break apart, and get wider and wider. All right. So the land of rest is the land of Israel, enter into his rest. Any of you should seem to come short of. Even this is even relevant for our time as well. That any of you become short of entering into the kingdom, into the rest. Yes, sir.
How far is Russia from Israel?
Not that far.
Not on a flat earth.
Say again?
It's not on a flat earth, but it's not that far.
No, none of this stuff is too far on the flat earth. That globe is a bunch. Anyway, that don't make no. That's not even logic. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when they come up with a globe from this, what they must. I don't.
Again, it's things get past people because you stop using your brain. You stop using it. That's why you got to question things. Does that make any sense? What do you have to do? No one lives on a ball. Where is that at? Our people live in a ball, not on top of it. Right or wrong?
No.
Who was reading?
So verse 2. For unto us was the gospel preached.
So see, Paul is saying, or they want to say now, they want to discredit Paul for writing Hebrew. Now it's the writer of Hebrews. We don't know if it's Paul. Really ridiculous foolishness, right? For unto us was the gospel preached. So this person here that's writing this, it's saying that the gospel was preached, and he says he uses the word us. So it ain't just him. He's saying whoever he's with him, the gospel was preached to them. For unto us was the gospel preached. This person is writing in the first century. And it only made sense that it would have to be the apostles. Who else would the gospel have been taught to in the first century? For unto us both the gospel preached. Go ahead.
Was the gospel preached. But so like was the gospel preached
As well
as unto them. But
Them in the wilderness was also preached to them in the wilderness. What was preached in the wilderness? Again, the Torah. The Torah is this gospel here is Torah. That was what was taught to Abraham. That's why it says Abraham obeyed my voice, kept my statutes, kept my laws, kept my judgment. He had the Torah. That's the gospel that was taught to him by Melchizedek. That was the gospel that he was trying to teach to the other nations that had rejected it. So forget it. I'm gonna teach it to Abraham. Teach it to his people.
Wow, that makes sense. That makes sense. I never heard those words connected the dots like that before. That's why a lot of people, I know that, but a lot of people is missing those. That's the fundamentals of how it all gets started.
So Abraham was a chosen one also.
Yeah, Abraham was one that was stuck with the Most High God. They, again, people don't want to believe it. These people turn their back on the Most High God. This is why we here. That's why they can't believe. Why would God have chosen people? What happened?
Mm.
See, they don't want to investigate the backstory of how did they come to that.
Mhm.
Because they don't want to believe that the other nations turn their back on God.
Mm.
So now what we're saying make complete sense now.
Mm.
And they know it ain't hate no more.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
But the word preached did not benefit them,
Did not profit them.
but did not profit them,
Go ahead.
not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
So it was not mixed with faith in them that heard it. So they heard it, but they didn't believe it. It's their problem,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
That's the issue with them that heard it in the wilderness, the gospel. Let's get the next one. Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. Yeah, 6, make it 6 and 7. Who got that?
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 6.
Yes.
And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth.
So now we're dealing with the everlasting gospel.
Mhm.
This angel had the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth. Go ahead.
Into every nation and kindred and tongue and people.
So this everlasting gospel, this gospel here is for everybody. Says it right here. Having the everlasting gospel to preach to them that dwell on the earth. Then he goes on to say, to every nation. See that? In Pacific no more. To every nation. It says, and kindred, and tongue, and people.
So everybody. So these gospels are different. They're not
Definitely.
all the
See,
same.
I'm separating them to show you.
Come.
Specifically. Specifically. Notice I'm not being one-dimensional where I think all the gospels are the same
Come.
and they're just the one people.
Come.
The text don't say that. It
Come.
says right here clearly, this is for every nation, right here.
Everlasting.
I don't know how I can twist that into one nation. Can you do that? I can't. You can try, but I don't know you now you're being deceitful. Every nation is right there, and kindred, and tongue, and people. I don't know how you make that one nation. How can I? Let's see, can I do that? Let me see. Can I? Yes, sir.
Okay, so is this what the deacon was talking about, where he was going to last week, when he was talking about the Most High is for everybody, and he has a special love for the Gentiles? Is that?
I didn't hear it, so I really can't speak on it. I got to hear it first to see what he was saying. Yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't know what the brother was saying exactly. But we're not done. So this everlasting gospel is for everybody.
Come, okay.
All right, verse 7.
Shabbat, saying with a loud voice, fear God.
So again, when you read these gospels here, usually right after they kind of tell you what he's talking about. So the everlasting gospel is first to what? Fear God.
The Most High.
Everlasting. That is for every nation to know. Fear God. Go ahead.
And give glory to him.
And give glory to him. That's for every nation to get that.
Wow.
Go ahead.
For the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water.
That's the everlasting gospel. Right? Stop worshiping idols, but worship him that made heaven, sea, the earth, and the fountains of waters and everything else. See, this is the original gospel. The original gospel is the everlasting gospel. This was first being preached to everybody that they rejected. Right here. It's gonna be preached again, right before the judgment come again. They can stop with their idols and their men worship and their money worship and all that crap. Get back to the worshiping the creator and giving the creator his worship. This is the everlasting gospel, right? Fear God, right? Give him glory, right? Worship him that made heaven, the earth, and the sea, and the fountains of the water. Right? The everlasting gospel. Give me a few of them. Clear?
And that's what they've been trying to teach us, from the beginning to the ending.
Definitely. Yes, we have the God, we have the gospel. You got Hebrew, don't need Peter. We got Christ preaching this, let me get one more. Forgot to get one when we was in the book of Romans, but now we're going to get it now. You can get Acts chapter 20, verse 24.
So Adam was the first priest.
I was the first priest. The sons of God are priests. Christ is a priest.
But what about the one, the sons of God that found the daughters, and we gonna go out there with this?
Fallen priest. Or they call them fallen angels. Remember, the Hebrews tells us that they're all ministering spirits. Hebrews 1:14 said that are they not all ministering spirits? Sent forth to minister unto them and the age of salvation. They're all ministering.
What you said,
Minister meaning they're in a ministry. Ministry meaning you in a priestly order.
what you said, Acts 24?
Acts 20 and 24. Anyway, I thought they had came here after I read Romans chapter 1, verse 1, 2, 3, but we're gonna do it now. Go ahead.
Acts chapter 20 and verse 24.
Yes.
But none of these things move me, neither count I my life there unto myself, so that I might finish my course with joy.
I want to stop right there. This is what we are going to be on. Once God puts you on a course, you got to finish your course. Is what I am on. I got to finish my course. Right? So as Paul, I can't count my life that dear because I gotta focus on what I was called out of this world to do and finish my course. Right? Go ahead.
With joy and the ministry which I have seen of Hamashiach, to testify the gospel of grace of Yahweh.
Right. So the same gospel that Paul was separated on to the gospel of God is the same thing as the gospel of the grace of God. The grace again is the favor. The gospel of the grace of God is the same gospel Paul was separated onto. Right? And he had received this from Hamashiach Yahushua. And that's why I went to Acts the 9th chapter and I showed you what Christ actually said there. He was talking when he sent Paul out, he was sending them out to Israelites. That's what he was saying there. All those two fractions that mentioned for our Israelites, I went to the ancient Greek and showed you what Gentile means, right? Comes from the Latin word gentilis, of the same race and nation. So it all lines up and makes sense. The gospel of God, the gospel of the grace of God, which goes off into the promises made to the nation of Israel. Paul could have only went to Israelites. And that's what I brought out in Acts the 9th chapter, verse 16. That's what he was saying all the time.
What Genesis mean again?
What?
What Genesis mean? No, I mean, what did you say?
Gentile. The Latin word gentilis.
Gentilis?
Gentilis mean of the same race or nation. That's where Gentile comes from. No, not Genesis. No, the word Gentile comes from the Latin word gentilis, which means of the same race or nation. That's the original word meaning of the word. Anybody can Google it, it's gonna come right. It's gonna come right up.
Gentiles of the same race.
Or nation. Yeah, but when I'm saying to the Gentile, he's saying, I'm sending you to your same race and your own nation, where he's telling them I'm sending you to. Again, it lines up with the gospel of the grace of God and the gospel of God, who was lined up, who was of the promises of God. It all lines up.
And
So that's you know something is wrong. Once you do more studies and it don't line up, that's when you know you made a mistake somewhere. You got it wrong somewhere. You have to go back and then realign it because you don't line up. Once it lines all the way up everywhere,
Come,
you know you got it right.
okay.
But there's no mistake.
so Abraham come from the. What race were they?
Shemites. He comes out of Shem. He becoming considered a Shemite. Everybody comes into three sons, right? You either Shem, yeah. Those would be what you be separated into.
But what Abraham father was. I mean, like,
Shemite.
no, I mean like what was they called? The
Shema. It was Shema.
They all Shemites.
You mean Armenians? Is that what you're trying to talk about?
okay,
No, we call today. Yeah,
Armenianites or
yeah, Armenians. Right.
Armenians.
Or the text says Syrian, call them a Syrian.
Okay, Syrian.
Syrian, yeah.
So then would be Gentile.
They're Gentiles,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
sir.
Gentiles.
Yeah.
But non-Israelite. But again, this word Gentile don't come into play until 400 AD. I want to be clear.
Gentilians.
Yeah, this Gentile word don't come into play. There is no Gentile in the first, second, or third century. I don't fool you. This word is unknown into the gospel
So
and
they
Paul's
wouldn't be
writings.
considered, they wouldn't be considered heathens.
Huh?
Abraham, before they be, heathen, the nations,
Yeah, they heathen. They're not Israelite.
they not Israel.
This isn't a bad thing.
Right, we put negative connotations.
This isn't a bad. It's a bad thing based on what you're doing,
Heathens.
what you're worshiping. That's where it becomes bad.
That's where it becomes a heathen.
Huh?
I mean, if you worshiping other idols.
Yes.
Than
Yeah.
the most high
Right.
God, then you are a heathen.
Right.
Just like out there in the world, people celebrate Christmas,
They're pagans.
pagans,
Yes.
Thanksgiving and all that,
Once they stop, they become what?
they become enlightened.
They become enlightened. Then they get a new designation after that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? They become converted, the converts. They're no longer, you no longer put them under that pagan label, but they're not doing that anymore.
You
It
think,
does not change their nationality. It does change the affiliation and how you label them.
you think Christians are gonna wake up to that, like the pagan holidays eventually?
Definitely,
They
everybody,
gonna have to wake up.
everybody gonna get up.
Because scripture says, do not go the Christ said, do not go the way of the heathen.
Yeah, everybody gonna get up.
But they gonna have to wake up.
It's gonna happen, one way or the other, it's gonna happen.
That's gonna be for us to teach them.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's when he mentions Sabbath, Sabbath supposed to, he wants to educate God logic and show him. He's not doing his job as a priest, he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
He too busy want to party, want to pay.
Whatever he doing.
His home.
He's gonna answer for all of that later on. That's gonna grow up to him later on. Alright, so we go back to the grace of the gospel of God. All this we brought up, this all have a backstory. This gospel right here that Paul separated to, the gospel of Christ was preaching, this gospel of the grace of God. This thing all has a backstory. I want to just go back a little bit, not all the way to the beginning, not all the way to Abraham, but to us, because we're the nation of priests. We need to go back to that and highlight how we come back to this, right? Just highlight it and come back to this. So people need to understand these. You need to understand these things. Let me go back to Exodus. Exodus 19. Now I need to go slow here. Let's start at verse 1. Exodus 19. Verse 1 and 2.
Come, I got it.
Go ahead.
Exodus 19 from the top, and it reads, in the third month,
This is in the third month in the first year after we came out of Egypt. All right? Go ahead.
when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai.
Go ahead.
Verse 2, for they were departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount.
So this is where we are. Right? We finally made it to our destination that most I want us to get to once we leave out of the land of Egypt, right?
Mhm.
Here, you want us here at Sinai in the wilderness. So we camp in front of the mountain,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And we about to find out how long was we here
Mhm.
camped in front of this mountain. I need to come to Exodus, the 40th chapter. Exodus, the 40th chapter. Let me get verse 1. We're gonna jump down to verse 17.
Come.
1 and 2. Exodus chapter 40, verse 1.
Exodus chapter 40 from the top. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, on the first day of the first month shalt thou set up the tabernacles of the tent of the congregation.
So when we came into the wilderness in front of the mount, that was in the third month, it says, right?
Mhm.
Now we hear again, this is the first day of the first month. This is obviously the beginning of a new year, right? And if it's not clear, it's going to get clear. Verse 17.
Verse 17.
Hold up. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And it came to pass in the first month of the second year
Now we clear. See, it's the first month, it's the second year. Go ahead.
of the first day of the month
The first day of, so it's the first month, the first day of the month, right? In the second year, go ahead.
that the tabernacle was reared up.
Then that's when the tabernacle was then put up. Right? So in the beginning of the next year, in the first month of the first day, that's when the tabernacle went up, right? We read about in Exodus 25, 26, 27,
Mhm.
28, I think even up 29, right?
Mhm.
They're making the stuff for the tabernacle, they're building,
Cool.
crafting it, putting it all together, going all the way through, and all this stuff happened, right? So in the beginning of the next year, when they finally put it up, all right?
Mhm.
From there, I want to come to Numbers chapter 9. Numbers chapter 9, verse 1 through 5. Numbers chapter 9, read verse 1 through 5. Who has Numbers chapter 9, verse 1 through 5?
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 9, reading that verse 5.
Verse 1 through 5.
Okay, 1 to 5. Numbers chapter 9 from the top. And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai
So we still at Sinai, or we camped in front of the mountain. Go ahead.
in the first month of the second year
We still in the first month of the second year. Go ahead.
after they were come out of the land of Egypt.
As we came out of Egypt. So we in the second year, we in the first month of the second year, right? So the first month is the month Abib, right? Or they would say Nisan in Greek. We in the first month. Go ahead.
Saying, let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season.
Right. So if we in the first month we do the Passover. So he's saying let them keep the Passover. The Passover we kept the previous year, we kept it in Egypt coming out. So the second year, we're gonna keep it here in the wilderness, camp in front of the mount, right? We still in front of the mount in Sinai in the second year. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and the 14th day of the month at evening ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof shall ye keep it.
Right, so when we came into the third month of that year, we all the way back into the next year, so that's the third month, that's the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10, 11, 12. So for 9 months, we've been in camp at the mountain. Right, we came in the third month, this is the next year. So we're at the same spot, so we've been at the same spots at this point for 9 months without moving. We're at Sinai at this point, 9 months, want to be clear. I've not left. In one spot, all right? Go ahead.
Verse 4, and Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, and they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month at even in the wilderness of Sinai.
And we're in the same spot in the wilderness of Sinai. See, we have not moved, right? So now we in the beginning of the year. So now it's 10 months. It's now 10 months. We're in the same spot for 10 months. We kept the Passover again in the wilderness of Sinai. Again, it's the 14th day of the first month at even. It's consistent. All right. Go ahead.
According to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel.
So we're 10 months here. I need to come to the first chapter of Numbers. Numbers chapter 1. Let me get verse 1, 2, 3. Numbers chapter 1. Get verse 1, 2, 3. Who got that?
So
Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 1 from the top, and the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation on the first day of the second month, and the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying.
So now we're in the first day of the second month. So we just get Passover in the first month, right? So now we're in the first day of the second month in the second year after we were come out of the land of Egypt, saying. So now this 11 months. We're 11 months now in camp at the mount, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2, take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the numbers of their names, every male by their paws.
So we see when we was counted. 11 months later, after we came to Mount Sinai, they counted the people, right? And the count was by family, by the house of their fathers, the numbers of the names of the male. So the counting was 11 months after we landed at Sinai.
It's a lot of count.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, from 20 years old and upward,
So we never get specific with the count. It's from 20 years and up. Go ahead.
all that are able to go forth to war.
So now it's specific. You got to be able to go to war. So from 20 up, but you got to be able to go to war. So we get to a certain age, you can't go to war. We're not counting you. So it's 20 and up, but 20 and up, all those that are able to go to war. So if you can't go to war, you're not being counted.
Stand elevation.
You could be 20 and not able to go to war.
Yeah.
We have something wrong with you,
Mm.
right? So it's specifically. So what it's doing, it's getting ready to count up and get an army, right? Get an army going. Remember, Israel came out of Egypt, it says, in the armies. The armies came out. That's how we came out, right? So I got to reiterate again, what we are an army of priests. Understand what we are?
Hmm.
We are an army of
Hmm.
priests. People don't understand what we are. Right? We're not just priests, we're also an army. So we are multifaceted. It's an army of priests is what we actually are. Right? We're the kind of people that can dice you up and heal you.
Right.
Don't forget that. We are multifaceted. We don't have to go to no one else to heal you. We can cut you and heal you. Because we are an army and we are a priest.
But
We are self-sufficient within ourselves because that's how our God made us. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I think this how you know that they was black. We
Definitely.
the only one like, you ain't finna go rob it, man. You ain't counting for it, bro. I don't care.
Right.
What? Kick him out the car, like, off the horses.
Yeah, I gotta read it because people be forgetting this aspect of the nation of Israel. I don't know, they keep thinking we just need ordinary human beings. Ordinary human beings are not this multifaceted as an army and a priest. Have you heard of an army and a priest at the same time? No, you haven't.
No.
Only
This is unique. This is unique. This is unheard of. It's unheard of the army is also a priest. Really? Yes, sir.
And then like the men that didn't go out with David to war, and when he came back, he said, "Yeah, y'all ain't getting your portion, man." He skipped them on the portion. He's like, "Y'all ain't getting the portion because y'all ain't go to war."
Yeah, they don't more. Well, they gonna get something because there's still
You get
something given to the
something,
rest of the rest of the people, period. But
Come,
they're not gonna get the bulk and stuff like that.
come.
So from 20 years upward, all that are able to go forth to war specifically. Go ahead.
In Israel, thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies.
By their armies.
Mm.
Understand what we're dealing with here, right? The Most High deals with armies. All of those luminaries in the sky, those are armies.
Mm.
Those are all armies. Everything is Most High is there seem to be some kind of a back and forth, light and darkness, balance of an army going on everywhere. Yes, sir.
So, but I don't know if King David was a priest, but this like where he would fall in like a priest in the arm, like a warrior.
Yeah, no, he couldn't be a priest in the
couldn't be a
temple
priest.
because that was separated onto the Levites at the wilderness, right? But here we're reading in the Numbers, right? This is what was offered to us. We're about to read it. This is before Israel made the calf. Before Israel made the calf, the intent for us to be an army of priests. Which was already an army already. We see it right here. Right? Number them by their armies. We're all already an army, right? The aspect of not coming up to be a nation of priests is the next level that we was going to be into, right? And I want to be clear. Melchizedek, that's the standard. Right? That's the standard. Any priest that comes in that particular portion would have been in the order of Melchizedek. If we would have did what we did, we would have been in the order of Melchizedek, not in the order of Aaron, Levi. That's temporary. Would have been in the order of that. So that was temporarily put in, and that's why it comes back. Comes back full circle again later on.
So it'll go from like Adam, then from like a new realm, Shem, then to Mashiach Yahushua on them.
It went back to Israel. But it went to Israel, a nation of priests.
Oh, so
That's what
Jacob.
it's gonna be that again though. It's gonna be that again. The original intent of the Most High is gonna come back into play again. But what have to be worked out first is our disobedience. Us violating the contract. The everlasting contract has to be then paid for and worked out.
Come,
And then I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna pull the scriptures. You're gonna pull it back full circle.
come.
From there, I want to get to the book of Numbers. They get Numbers now. Same book. We have 11 Numbers there. Numbers chapter 10.
So what did Enoch do so great in the eyes of the Most High? Where he got the I would keep it perfectly.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 11. What are you saying, Tony?
Oh, what did Enoch do so perfect like that made him his sin?
He spent most of his time dealing with the Most High's business. Not even with his own business. The majority of his time was just spent dealing with God's business. This is what the Messiah tells us when he comes. He says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness. This is exactly what Enoch was doing.
Wow.
Exactly what Enoch was doing all day, most of the day, was what he was doing.
About my father's business. I'm not sure.
It's lucky. I just want to let you know that you have a comment from Brother Mac. He said Shabbat Shalom on the chat. On the YouTube.
Without doubt for that, brother. Shabbat shalom, Mac.
Shabbat shalom, man.
Shabbat shalom.
If you want the link, Mac, I'll get you that link. If you need the link, Mac, I can post it up there on the YouTube. If you want the link, just leave me in the chat the message, and I'll post the link in the chat. If you need to, you can come on. It's something if you want to. So if you want to now. All right, who got Numbers chapter 10?
I got it.
Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 11, and it came to pass on the 20th day of the second month.
So we in the first day of the second month, we just read in Numbers chapter 1, verse 1 through 3 when it numbered the people, right?
Mhm.
20 days, this is 20 days later,
Mhm.
right? 20 days later, the second month. Go ahead.
In the second year,
The second year, go ahead.
that the colt,
Cloud.
that the cloud was taken up from off the tabernacle of the testimony.
So the cloud was there on the tabernacle, right? The tabernacle was reared up
Mhm.
in the second year, in the first month of the first day. We just read that in Exodus chapter 40, verse 1 and 17.
Mhm.
So the cloud stayed on there. Once it was reared up, the cloud stayed on there all this time, right? Stayed on there all this time until it was taken up here on the 20th day of the second month. Right?
Come on.
So it stayed there. That's 50 days. Right, the first month is 30 days. This month, the 20th day, that's 50 days. So it's on the tabernacle for 50 days. That's how long he was there, right? But the cloud was taken up the tabernacle testimony. That's how long it was there. All right, go ahead.
Verse 12, and the children of Israel took their journey out of the wilderness of Sinai.
So we just left from that one. So now we left in the second month. So it's always almost there a whole year. We was kind of shy about 10 days or so. We were almost at Sinai for an entire year, right?
Mhm.
So an entire year. So the children of Israel took their journey out of the wilderness of Sinai. Go ahead.
And the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran.
Paran. So what we have here is this. Once we hit Sinai in the third month of the first year, we were there for almost a whole year.
Mhm.
Within that time, you have the tabernacle that was made,
Mhm.
reared up,
Mhm.
made the calf.
Mhm.
You have the entire book of Leviticus covered in there too as well. All of Leviticus is covered. All the way to the book of Numbers, chapter 10, right here in verse Numbers 10 and 10. All that's covered in that time frame. I want to be clear. So that's almost within a year. The rest of Exodus is covered. All of Leviticus is covered. And Numbers chapter 1, verse 1, all the way to chapter 10, verse 10 is covered. All at Sinai. All that's been covered already. I'm giving you a brief chronology of the first 5 books, from Exodus going on. We've covered all of that just now, what we just read. Right? So this is when we finally leaving, and we're leaving on our way to the promised land, on the way to Canaan. All right? At this point, we're supposed to, at this point, go into the land and take it. Right? There should not be no wandering for 40 years, period. We're
Right.
supposed to be on our way now to go take the land.
Come,
Right? We numbered the army, right?
come,
The army ready,
right,
right?
right.
Everybody's ready. Let's go get the land we're supposed to be doing at this point. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the children of Israel took their journey out of the wilderness of Sinai, and the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran.
Go ahead.
And they first took their journey according to their commandment of the Lord by the hands of
So
Moses.
there we have it.
Mm,
We first took our journeys according to the commandment of the Most High by the hand of Moses. And then from there, it goes off into how they move.
Mhm.
It goes off into Judah
mhm.
with first and then the other camps. And so they move in an orderly fashion. There wasn't a whole bunch of animals all over the place. That's ridiculous.
Right.
When you read down here, it tells you they move as an army,
As an
move,
army.
as an army, because they were an army. They were an army.
In order.
In orders. In orderly. That's why Paul let us know that all things be done decently and in order. This is how we moved in the wilderness.
They acted like they had to catch up to the sheeps and put them back in
Yeah,
order, with
right.
the staffs and
Yeah.
scattered everywhere.
They don't want to highlight how we moved
Marshall like
in the wilderness. Right.
Marshall like Hitler squad.
Let's go back now to Exodus where we was. Exodus chapter 19. Actually, we covered all of that. So I just wanted to go slow and highlight that as well.
Mhm.
That needed to be. I just want to give you some chronology. I really want to finish my chronology of these of Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Not that hard, but it's a little complicated. We covered almost all of Exodus and Leviticus and Numbers just now.
Come on.
So we're gonna just finish covering the rest of Numbers, and then we can Deuteronomy and it's over, right? So not that kind of a hard to do. Pay attention to what we're reading here. So we back at Exodus, the 19th chapter, and we left off at verse 3. Who got that?
Yeah, somebody was.
I got it.
Someone- yeah.
Exodus 19, verse 3.
Yes, sir.
And Moses went up in unto the Most High, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel,
Go ahead.
Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself.
Very important stuff right there.
Wow.
For I bear you on eagle's wings and have brought you to myself. All right, that's with care. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a particular treasure,
Peculiar.
peculiar treasure unto me above all people, and all the earth is mine.
Right, so we gotta get into this.
Nobody see that, huh?
This peculiar, this like peculiar treasure. This is the Hebrew word, sengula. We are. I mean, let me look. Let me pull it up before they say I'm making stuff up. I'm just from out the side of my neck. What stuff? We bring it here so everyone can see at the same time.
Mm. Peculiar treasure.
Unto all people.
These things have to be reiterated because people forget. They forget what these things say.
Mm.
They try to make it seem like the nation of Israel is like and these other nations here, and we're. I'm gonna highlight it for you so they can recognize that this is not what it is. Right, so it says right here, the peculiar treasure. Highlighting it so they can see it, if they can. And I'm gonna hit the word.
Unto me
I'm gonna click on the word peculiar.
above all people.
A peculiar treasure, right? Singula. The singula. It's a possession of property. Value property, right? Treasure, We have it here. Right? Something that's shut up. Wealth. Possession, property, right? We have these things here. We have all the time that it's being used, right? Something that the word is special, right? We have jewel, used here, right? Proper good is you. These are things right here. So they say good is a treasure that's reserved for oneself. This is a treasure. All these words here, that you know, it's a treasure that's reserved for oneself, right? It's a private possession. See, it's a possession, property. These things all let you know that it's private. It's a private possession, something that you value, a value property, right? Peculiar treasure. Something that's personally you would acquire for yourself, that you will hold to, right? This is what this word Singula, letting us know who we are.
Like the Most High will.
Yeah, this was specifically done. Can we get Isaiah? I need to get Isaiah. Oh. 43 verse 21. We go back here. Isaiah. Hold this up.
You say Isaiah verse 43.
Chapter 43, verse 21.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 43 verse 21.
Mhm.
This people have I formed for myself.
See that?
Mhm.
This people have I formed for myself, right?
Mhm.
The Sangula, the private possession, the property, the value possession. Say, I formed the people for myself. For me. We're specifically formed, specifically for the Most High. We are not like the other nations. Go ahead.
Formed for myself my praise. Wait, formed for myself, they shall show forth my praise.
Right. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Show forth the Most High's praise.
Mhm.
Because he formed us for himself.
Out there,
That's why we gotta watch our conduct, what we say and do, but we're supposed to show forth the Most High's praise. That's who we are. We that private possession. Specifically formed us for that reason. That's why we need to act this out. Yes, sir.
so in other words, we can't be out there acting out of turn.
No, sir. No, sir. We can't be doing that.
We gotta show people that we are the people of the Most High.
The priest, right?
Priests,
But
instead of going out there railing, cursing people out, fighting, getting the fights and stuff like that. We gotta have a conduct before we go out there to show a presence that we are a higher,
we are priests,
a priest.
right? Priests don't operate. Priests up there fighting? No.
You know, what I was getting ready to say, a higher presence.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Like as you read just now, they shall show forth my praise. How you showing God's praise doing stuff like that?
Mhm.
Talking that way. That's not showing the Most High's praise.
Cursing and
Cursing. Yeah.
to all y'all cursing brothers out on the radio.
Yeah. He's not. That's what I'm saying. The people like that, boy, you just go past that, man. They're gonna find out the hard way that what they're doing is wrong.
Come.
Right? He caught up in getting personal attention and people telling him he's this and that, and he's forgetting you're supposed to be exalting the Most High in Christ.
Right.
Which you, right?
Yeah, come.
When Christ came in, what did he say to Mary and Joseph when they were looking for him? He said, I don't know how you looking for me.
I'm in Father's will.
I don't know how you looking for me.
Father business.
What you guys looking for me? I don't know my father's business. What you bugging about?
He was going to business. It was fine.
He like that's why he said, what you mean looking for me? don't you know I'm supposed to be with my father's business?
Mm.
Didn't they tell you?
We ain't
Didn't
talking
they
about,
tell you when you birthed me that I'm gonna be with my father's business? You missed it?
Right, right. I know them angels came and
We
talked
ain't-
to you.
You know they told y'all.
we ain't talking about Joseph.
Yeah, well, I know they told y'all.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Because he wasn't about Joseph.
No. He is the temple. Well, that's what I said. That's what we supposed to be about. We supposed to be about our father's business like our Messiah was.
See, this is what I like to ask him, which business was Christ? Whose business his father, business he was doing? Was it Joseph or was it?
They know it was the most high business. They know.
So I'll be like, well, how is he, he said he's by my father's business, how is Joseph his father then? Oh, brother, he's a father.
He's not acknowledging Joseph as the father.
Come on.
That's what they keep missing.
Come on.
And again, even in the word that marry you, your father and I, again, it's the generic term,
Come on.
the Greek generic term for father. If she wanted to say biological, she would have used the Greek word genos.
Come on.
Genos meaning biological father.
Right.
Fact check me. I'm to these people that ain't gonna say I'm making it up.
Right, right.
Fact check me.
Yeah, you're right at the genes now.
Fact check me. In the Greek, that's why you got to study Greek. It's gonna tell you that's what if she wanted to say biological father, that's the word would have been in the text. Yes, sir.
And then another thing, Joseph and Mary's looking for him. He already know where he was if he's saying I'm doing my father business.
Right.
Like he at work. I already know where he.
Right. He's 12. I'm ready. It's time.
Mhm.
I'm a man now. It's time.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm here handling my business,
Mhm.
doing my thing already. I'm ready to get my father's business on a project now. Let's go.
Come on.
Y'all holding up progress. See, I'm trying to show you Christ was about it at 12. See how far behind we are?
Wow.
And what is that age? Mid-foot? What is it called? 12. Bob mitzvah.
Well, there was no bar mitzvah at this time. I don't read about a bar mitzvah at that time in the text.
Mhm.
So I look to see. I don't see one in the historical. I don't see Josephus speaking of bar mitzvah in his writings.
Mhm.
I don't see nobody else speaking of bar mitzvah. This came like later.
Mhm.
I think it's something maybe that these fake Jews did. I think.
Converts.
Yeah, because again, I'm still look. You know me. I'm still looking.
Come
I ain't stopped looking. I'm still looking.
on.
Yes, sir.
So earlier today, I saw your father, he had his, he was at camp, but he had his son and his daughter, he had his daughter out there reading.
Reading for him.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
Oh, man.
No, you don't take your daughter to that's considered war.
she was reading, and then
Now, if she's in a house,
yeah,
that's different.
but yeah.
But not on the zone.
I looked at him, I said, that's a girl out there reading. But she had the long hair, you know, and how the girl would shape her hair. I said, yeah, that's a girl. Then when she started reading, oh yeah,
Did she have her hair covered?
nah.
I don't order it. You have her head covered.
So for a woman not to teach.
Right, she's not going to be teaching, period. She can read, but she can't teach. Right? But they're gonna argue all day how that Priscilla,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
was teaching. No, she wasn't teaching.
Come on.
Again, I broke that down already. Anyway, we gotta go back there. We gotta. All right, so these people he formed for himself. This is the singular we going back to, right? Did someone just come on? Yeah, oh, Emmanuel, Shabbat Shalom, brother.
Shabbat shalom, Ma.
Mom.
Oh, let me take a look. Let me see.
So you think the father be like, well, my voice was sore and I just had her.
They go Coliseum. Hey, Coliseum arguments, man. I wanna this is the brother. Shabbat Shalom, Coliseum arguments. That's the brother.
Shabbat shalom, Mike.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom,
Shalom,
Ma.
brother. This is the brother that I told you about. I'm joining his debate league.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I told y'all about that and everything. Y'all keep. I'm letting y'all keep y'all up to speed with what's going on once I get everything set up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The brother decided to tap in real quick. From there, let me get Let me get Hebrews, let me get those, excuse me, Hosea chapter 12, verse 13. Hosea chapter 12, verse 13. In the book of Hosea, chapter 12, and verse 13. They came.
Yeah, I
Hosea-
got this one. I got this one.
Which chapter?
Hosea
Chapter 12, verse 13. They try to call Hosea, disrespect the brother, talking about some minor prophets. There's nothing minor about these prophets here.
Who was saying that?
These theologians and these people they educated and smart. Talk about some minor prophets. Anyway. All right, go ahead, brother.
All right, reading from the book of Hosea, chapter 12, starting verse 13, it reads, and by a prophet, the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt.
Did he not? Let's go slow. He said, by a prophet, the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, right?
Come.
Moses is that prophet.
Come.
Go ahead.
And by a prophet was he preserved.
And by a prophet was he preserved, when he became that singula. We just read a definition of something that's preserved, something a possession, right?
Mhm.
That's how he was preserved.
So Moses is the Most High's possession. He's
Israeli,
come.
but
Okay.
it was by the prophet that we became that,
Come.
right? He was the mediator between us,
And
right, and the Most High God, and brought us the law, statutes, and commandments and stuff, and
Come.
taught us
Come.
the law, statutes, and commandments, right?
Come.
These are the things that this is the thing that make you this singula,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You're obeying his voice, you're keeping the covenant, right? Which goes back to your conduct,
Come.
which goes back to you keeping your word. Because when Moses said, you're gonna keep it, they said, yes, we're gonna do everything that God says.
Come.
Okay, keep your word,
Come. Come.
be honorable. Yes, sir,
Would that make Moses like a prince of Israel?
definitely. He's definitely the Prince of Israel. Right? When I was coming up, they were saying that Moses was a king in Israel. And if you was to like, again, if you don't really read the text correctly,
Come.
you can actually really get it confused.
Wow.
I'm gonna read it. Y'all tell me if it's saying this. We gonna read it. Y'all tell me if it's saying what it is saying.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to say he was a shepherd thing.
No, he wasn't a Hyksos.
So, but he was.
But no, you right. No, you correct. They were saying we was the Hyksos that was in Egypt. You were trying to say we were Hyksos in Egypt. No, we was not Hyksos in Egypt. We didn't rule Egypt. None of that. But they were trying to say that Moses was a king in Israel. Right? That was actually on the test.
Mhm.
On the test was that who was the first king in Israel? Obviously, you would say it was Saul.
Come.
He said, all right, you'd be wrong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Look, that was on the soldier test. or-
Yes.
It's on the test. So I got still got the test.
Yeah. The soldiers test.
No.
He said, he can show you. Let me get Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 33.
Oh. You said Deuteronomy 33?
Yeah, let me check, let me make sure. It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a second. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Think I'm passing it up, some reason. No, I got those right here, I found it.
And 3, right?
Yeah, 33, let me start at verse 4. Deuteronomy 33, verse 4 and 5.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, reading that verse 4.
Now remember, you let me know if it reads, does it read as Moses is the king? Go ahead.
Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. Verse 5. And he was king in Jeshurun.
Stop. Is that how it reads?
He was king.
He was king in Jezreel. Does from verse 4 to verse 5, does it sound like it's saying Moses was king
Yes.
in Israel?
Because he's yeah.
It says
Yeah.
Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. And he was king in Jezreel,
Jezreel.
right? This reads as if Moses is the king, does it not?
That.
And does anyone disagree to say that he does not?
So,
Isn't that how it reads?
I got nothing. It looks like. he's
That's how it
king.
sounds, right?
Come on. At least verse 5 is saying he's king.
This is on the text,
Come on.
right? In the original one word school. This was where you would go through when you would say that, or actually for the verse,
Okay.
right? This way you would go.
Okay.
It's just 33. All right. This way you would. I want to read from verse 3 now. Can we jump from verse 3 back down?
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, starting at verse 3. He loved the
Yeah.
people.
Yea,
Yeah, he loved the people.
he loved the people. That's the Most High,
Mhm.
right? Go ahead.
All his saints are in my hand.
All his saints are in thy hand, right? Go ahead.
And they sat down at thy feet.
They sat down at the Most High's feet. Go ahead.
Everyone shall receive of thy words.
Everyone shall receive of the Most High's God's words, right? Go ahead.
Moses commanded us a law,
Moses commanded us a law. Go ahead.
even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob.
Even, right?
Mm.
The inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And he was king in
Jeshurun.
Jeshurun.
And he was king in Jezreel. Now, I read verse 3 down to verse 5, it sounds like the he is the Most High. And he was king in Jezreel.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
See, you can get the he easily mixed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might sound like it's Moses,
Yeah.
but it is God.
Yes. Okay.
God is
Right. Yeah. Most High is king in Jeshurun.
how can Moses be king in Israel?
Or we was coming
Once
out
we
of
get
slavery.
to Samuel, you would see it clearly says, I was their king, it said.
Come on. Okay. No. Mm.
Again, it depends how you read it. You can misconstrue it and think it's talking about Moses, but this is talking about the Most High God.
Yeah.
He was king in Israel. Moses is his prophet.
Right. Okay. Now I get why Israel asked for a king. And through this verse right here, when they asked for King David.
They were trying to be like the nation.
Yeah.
We had a king, but the Most High God was like,
And that's why he's
Sorry.
mad. That's why he was so mad and angry, because he's like, okay, you
because
want
they
a king?
rejected him from being king,
Come.
right?
Okay.
So, and he was king in Jezreel. Who was reading?
I mean, when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together.
When they were all gathered together, Moses wasn't king. Again, the Most High God is king.
That makes sense.
Mediator.
So if anyone is saying that Moses is king, the problem they're going to run into is when God said that he was Israel's king. That would make God's Israel's original king, even before Moses.
What exactly is Jeshurun? That sounds.
What?
What exactly is Jeshurun?
That's Israel.
Israel.
Huh.
That's another name for Israel.
That makes so much more sense too. It clears it up right there too.
Let me look quickly. We'll come back to let me look at my notes. I want to make sure I got the name correct. I want to get this in the some kind of let's see. All right, can someone quickly get First Chronicles 29:23?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, First Chronicles, I'm gonna pull it up real quick too as well. Let me pull it up here so I can see it.
First Chronicles 29. And 23.
Chapter 29?
Yes, verse 23. First Chronicles.
Better?
You got it?
I thought Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
Hold on, sorry.
Okay, yeah, First Chronicles chapter 29, verse 23 reads, Then Solomon sat on the throne of the Lord as a king instead of David his father, and prospered, and all Israel obeyed him.
So if Solomon sat on the throne of the Most High God, so we know who the first king is. It would be God again.
Most High.
The throne is for the Most High. So again, going back to Deuteronomy 33, and he was king, speaking of God and not Moses. This verse clearly says that the throne was for the Most High, so he would be king. Right. Want to be clarified.
Coming back, clarifying, he was king in Jezreel of and
So mediator also means spokesman, huh?
yes. And 1 second here. All right, let's Deuteronomy 32, verse 15, real quick.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 15. His name is used again here. All right, who got that?
I got it. Deuteronomy chapter 32, starting at verse 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked.
That's Israel, right? Jezreel is the definition here is the upright or the upright one. Right, the upright one, what it translates to. Jezreel waxed fat and kicked. Go ahead.
Thou art waxen fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him,
Then he forsook God that made him. Go ahead.
and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
That's what happened with us. When everything got good for us, we're eating good, everything is going good for us, then that's when we forsook the Most High God. Right? And lightly esteemed the rock of our salvation. It's not usually how it goes. You be forgetting the person that kind of got you there. Once everything started going good, you kind of forget the person that, you know what I'm saying, that was there for you. Yeah. This is what we did as a nation. Yes, sir.
So, off this reason, the usual, the Lord usually keep us at a certain stance, so we don't get too out of our league.
Yeah.
Like the Oprahs and all that, like they forgot about. I mean, they're not hurt in particular. It's certain people that don't forgot where they came from.
Definitely. They be forgetting.
Who brought him there?
Like the needle of an eye.
Definitely. And there's a since you brought that up, I wanna see, can I find this scripture here in the book of Second Maccabee. If not, we're gonna continue. It talks about what you speak on right there, Tony.
And that's part of probably why the Hamashiach Yahweh became poor again. I mean, what became poor.
Yeah, because a rich man, you know, he on his money.
It's reason.
Yeah, that's what he's on.
You in the second Maccabees?
Yeah, trying to, if not, we gotta continue the lesson. I don't wanna hold it up if I don't find it, but to speak something how the Most High deal with us as a nation. If I find it later, I'll probably just grab it. and bring it up.
What's the sign of his blessings? Blessed be with the poor.
No, how the Most High, as soon as we go off, he punish us. He doesn't wait. When he talks about how with the other nations, he's gonna, he let their wickedness go all the way up.
That cup overflowing.
I gotta pull it up here, Second Maccabees chapter 6. Let me see, can I put it up here? Chapter 6, verse 12. Second Maccabees chapter 6. Verse 12. Who got that?
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Now I beseech those that are or read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
Right, so the stuff, even today, what's happening to us, the calamities and whatever be happening to us, don't judge it as the punishment of destruction, but we are being chastised as a nation, right? Go ahead.
Verse 13, for it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered a long time, but for with punishment.
Right, see, immediately. Right, they're not suffered a long time with the other nations, see, what he does with them, he suffered them because the intent when their sins fill up is to go ahead and destroy them. But not with us, not for a long time, but we are punished forthwith. Hit them now, right? When your children do something wrong, you don't wait for them to keep doing wrong. You get it in there right now and get that belt on them quick, right?
Cut them, no slack.
Don't slack. Go ahead.
For 14, for not as with any, for not with other nations.
See, for not as with other nations. Go ahead.
Whom the Lord
Patiently
for breach to punish.
Forbeareth to punish. See, with other nations, see, he forbear to punish them. Go ahead.
Till they be come to the fullness of their sin.
See, go ahead.
So dealeth he with us.
Right, so he'll deal with it like that. With other nations, he forbear with them till their sins come to a full. And that's a problem for them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
15, lest that be come to the height of sin,
Lest that
be come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us.
Right, see, let it come to the full. Now he take complete vengeance. Take vengeance of us. Go ahead.
And therefore he never withdrew his mercy from us, and thought he punish with adversity, yet does he never forsake his people.
There it is, right there.
His people.
Right? And therefore he never withdrew of his mercy from us. See, it's still here. That's what the text always say. But the Lord will yet choose Israel and have mercy, right? Yet through Jacob and have mercy on Israel. He never withdrew it. It never left. See, and though he punished with adversity, yet doth he never forsake his people. We never been forgotten. So all that replacement theology is a bunch of trash. That crap out of here.
We still his children.
to the shoulder.
That's why.
But we would get punished with adversity and different things, but it's for a chastisement of our nation.
And that's love.
That's love. That's real love. But again, he don't deal like this with the other nations. I'm showing you the separation again. He don't deal with them like that. That's why we go back to this Sungula. The Sungula that we are.
Very special,
Very special. Possession.
peculiar.
Peculiar. Sacred to the most.
Treasure.
That's what that's saying. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yes, sir.
But do you think at this time, foreign years be getting punished, the law, white people on it, but do you think at this time Trump could be there for them other nations that been clicking with the people that hate us to punish them at this moment?
No, their punishment ain't gonna come until Mashiach Yahushua come on that sky. They gonna get it then. Sure, they're really gonna get it then.
Right, no ifs and buts about it, it's gonna be obvious.
The text says that he come to execute God's judgment.
Judgment comes.
So he's gonna come, he's gonna come, really get it.
Ruling with an iron fist.
Ruling with an iron fist. Right. Exactly what he's gonna do.
But nobody hear that. Yeah, that's.
I don't wanna hear that. I don't wanna-
This is special. Because certain people that's why you should to have tough skin. They don't just weak in the knees. Like something go wrong, they collapse.
Yeah, I gotta keep bringing this stuff full circle. You know what I'm saying? Or give them a reminder. But they'll forget and have you thinking something different. That we're not a Singula,
Come,
right? God is not dealing with all nations.
come,
That's why I already never forgot. Right, about his people.
for God
Always had mercy upon
Israel.
Israel.
For not for God so loved the world and everybody in it.
Yeah, not like none of it.
It's like a
It'll
DP.
be a contradiction in what we just read just now.
Come,
But he don't deal with all nations like that. You get Psalms 110.
come.
You know that is true because if your kids get out of line, you only don't spank them. You can see the other kids in the neighborhood kind of, doing their thing. You might tell their parent, but like you ain't finna spank them for them doing something out of line.
Come.
At one time they did though.
That's what I was just finna say, and that's amongst the nation. Amongst the nation.
No, but that's amongst us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Amongst our
But we
nation.
did that. We did that.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
like down south, they'll
Yeah, we
probably
did that.
still will. But that's family though. Only our brothers. You ain't gonna see no other nation trying to be peers.
No, nothing like that. We got Psalms 110, verse 1.
I got it.
Yes, sir.
Psalms 110 from the top. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool.
So clearly the Most High. So David clearly here is saying that the Most High said unto his Lord, which is Hamashiach Yahushua, sit on my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool, which Hamashiach Yahushua did once he ascended back up from finishing his course, his work. He earned that spot next to the Most High. He couldn't just get there, he had to earn it. Right? That's why I tell people, you gotta earn your spot. Right? If you think you're gonna I just believe in Christ and I'm in heaven, you're deceiving yourself. Everybody is earning their spot. Everybody's doing something to get in. You think I'm gonna just believe and I'm in. Okay, you think that's how it works? Go ahead. We'll see you make them out the sky.
Where Memphis Bleak say play your position.
Yeah, I mean I'm talking about do something to get in. Get into the Most High's business, get his business going. What do you want to happen? Earn something. You want nothing for nothing, huh? You want something for nothing. That's not even bartering correctly. No one does that. No one give you something, you don't give nothing back. It doesn't work that way.
Free paychecks.
Yeah, you want to keep them for nothing. No, got you.
Yeah, that bartering word, man.
So the Most High is making Christ's enemies his footstool. Sit on my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool, of the Most High saying to his son. Right?
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion, rule thou in the midst of thine enemies.
So when Christ come and he ruled for that 1,000 years, he's gonna be ruling in the midst of his enemies. That's why he got to rule with a rod of iron. Because the people around him, these other nations, they're his enemies. They're not gonna like him on the throne ruling. See, people don't understand when Christ rules, gonna be all a utopia. Everybody gonna know it is not.
Harmony.
These people are not gonna like this,
Yeah.
right? They ain't gonna like that at all. That's why we are the governing body around the nation. Gonna have to put down the Torah everywhere that we go, keep them in line because they are not gonna like Christ ruling over them.
So,
Because Christ's rulership is different from these other kingdom rulership.
come,
They rule a portion of the earth,
come,
right? The
come.
Romans ruled a portion of the earth. The Greeks did, the Persian and Mede did, the Babylonians did, the Assyrians did,
Right.
right? The Egyptians did. It's a portion. Christ's rulership is the entire earth,
Come.
all of it.
Wow.
You're not gonna like that because this is unheard of again.
Come.
It's unheard of that a kingdom ruled the entire earth, all of it, every single land,
Come.
from sea to sea,
Come.
everywhere.
Sure, sure. Wow.
This has not happened yet. Please show me a kingdom that ruled every single land on the earth, every one of them. There has not been one of them that have done that.
Mm.
None of them have ever done that. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
Right, so those are the people that I've been speaking of over and over again that the Most High gave to Christ from the nation of Israel, right? That's his people. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. When Christ come out the sky, brother, when we get in spiritual bodies, it's on and cracking, bro. I'm sorry. From that point on, it ain't no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Come.
That nice dude gone.
Come.
We're now back in army mode.
Come.
Right? Right now we here in priest humble mode, right?
Come.
We right now as sheep amongst wolves.
Come.
Is how we moving.
Come.
But when Christ comes, is what?
Turn.
It's war time. It's army time.
Come.
Everybody get busy.
Come.
So thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Go ahead.
In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth.
Right. So in another class, I went through all of this step by step. I wanted to go through all of it again. But check my other class on Psalms 110. I go through the entire chapter. I hit every single precept, everything in there. I hit up. I'm going to just, the point I want to get here though is in verse 4.
Verse 4. The Lord hath sworn and will not repent.
So it means he would not turn from it. Right? Repent means to do a 180 to turn. Go ahead.
Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek.
So this, now we go full, now we going back full circle. Right?
Hamashiach Yahushua.
Now we're going back full circle. Yeah. He's a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. When we was offered to be a nation of priests, we'd have been a nation of priests after the order of Melchizedek. That's how it would have been. Right? And we understand that Melchizedek is not the name of a man. It's a title.
Come.
We want to be clear.
Priesthood.
Melchizedek is actually the Most High God.
Come.
He is the King of righteousness. That's God Himself.
That's why it's called order in the church.
That's why it's got an order. It's an order from God Himself. That's why it's called an order. It's not the name of a man. People get it missed. They think Melchizedek is a man. No, he is not a man. It's the name of the order. The order of Melchizedek, it's naming the order. That's what it's doing. King, the order is called King of Righteousness.
Come.
What the order is called.
So Shem was the king of righteousness.
Shem was a priest in the order of Melchizedek.
Come.
Yes. We know that his name was Shem.
Come. Not,
Right?
Not Melchizedek.
Yes.
Come.
I know they're going to argue that the text calls him Melchizedek, but again, it says right here the order of Melchizedek.
Come. The righteous king.
That
It's an order.
was the priest that was teaching Abraham at the time?
Yes,
Shem.
God. That's the order that he was in. Shem was in the order of Melchizedek. We ain't gonna read it, but we go to Genesis, it tells you the same thing. That he was a priest of the Most High God. That's what it says.
So did Shem Shem didn't have the family name yet either, right? Israel.
What?
Or he had the family name is Shem.
No.
Okay.
Now, as far as we know, I don't see him having the name yet. Again, you know me, I'm always researching.
Come.
So if anything changes, I'll let it be known.
Jacob, then taking.
Then, yeah. But again, like I said, I'm always researching, you know me,
Yes,
anything
sir.
changes, you know, I'm gonna bring it out.
But he still made the Shemites. Abraham.
Well, he's
Isaac,
definitely in the priestly order of God,
Come.
right? Which is, it's some kind of link to Israel, right? Being in that order itself.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Being in that order itself, he has some kind of link to the family.
I
at
like
least.
that. I like that.
Absolutely,
I
the
like
order is
that.
the most highest order.
and Noah too.
Yes, Noah too as well. Right? We got Noah, we got Shem, not Shem. Yeah, Shem,
Abraham.
Enoch,
Mhm.
right? Methuselah was in there too as well.
Mhm.
All these men were priests and prophets and stuff like the Most High God.
He don't want to die 2 weeks before the flood.
Yes.
It was,
Yeah. So I'm going back full circle that this is the order that has been, the Levitical order came in temporarily, and now the Most High is gonna bring it back again through his son Hamashiach Yahushua. And then every priest from that point falls under the order of Melchizedek, the ones specifically that are given to Christ. They fall under the order of Melchizedek. The Levitical order is still here, but the Levitical order no longer has what is called the high priest. The high priest is now taken from the Levitical order, and it's now going back to where it originally was in the order of Melchizedek. It goes back to originally where it was. I'm gonna read it out of the book. Where's I'm making stuff up?
So that would be Hamashiach Yahushua, right? Because he's the priest forever in order of
Yeah, it says it right here.
Come.
He's the priest forever in order of Melchizedek. Right? Let me get it in Hebrews chapter 7. So I can show it real quick. That it tells us this is what happened. It's a transfer back. Shabbat Shalom, Ariana just came on.
Hey,
Shabbat Shalom, man.
Shabbat Shalom.
I think it's 10. Let me get the right doors.
It's 10 or 11.
You go I'll read at verse 6. I want to read verse 6. Right? Hebrews chapter 7, verse 6. Because people think that they misconstrued again. This is a quick recap. They misconstrued Melchizedek as having no parents, no father, no mother. And this verse says he does. Verse 6 says he does have a descent. And it said without descent, without father. But verse 6 says he does.
Okay.
We read verse 6.
Was that chapter 10, verse 6? 7 verse 6. Hebrews chapter 7 and verse 6. But he who descent is not counted from the received types of Abraham.
Says, but he whose descent, and descent right here, is not counted from them, received types of Abraham. Who received types from Abraham?
Shem.
Melchizedek did. Did he not?
On the way back. Was they received, was they passed by each other or something?
No, Melchizedek came to him.
Came to him.
Yes,
And Abraham gave him 10.
10. But this verse says, but he whose descent is not counted from them, from the Levitical order, received types
of Abraham. It says he has a descent right here, but he whose descent is not counted from them, from Levi. Levi would be where you would descend from. His descent is accounted from them. But it does show that he has a descent. So when you read earlier in the verse where it says, from Melchizedek, the preach of righteousness without descent, without mother and father, because all that is saying, that's saying it's the Most High. The Most High have no descent.
Right,
He have no mother and father.
right. That's the key.
That wouldn't fit Melchizedek because this verse says he has descent. That's why it's in an upper, because it's but the Most High, because he has none of those things. It wouldn't fit. The man that Abraham gave attendance to wouldn't fit him.
No.
He has a descent. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Finish verse 6.
Verse 6. Verse 6, and bless him that had a promise.
And
Had a promise.
Yeah, and see, and Melchizedek blessed Abraham that had the promises. This is what happened when you read it there in Genesis, the 14th chapter, right? So we know this is Melchizedek, and the verse says he had a descent. Go ahead.
And without all
Contradiction.
the least is blessed of the better.
The less
The less is blessed of the better.
of the best, right? The less is blessed of the better. The less, who's the less here?
The best is the other nation.
No. Verse 6 just said, and blessed him that had the promises. Who blessed who here in verse 6?
Bless Shem,
Shem blessed who?
Abraham.
Abraham.
Abraham. And verse 7. And without contradiction, the less is blessed of the better. Who is the less?
Abraham.
Abraham. There you go. See? You guys paying attention. Abraham is the less. He's blessed of who? The better. Who's the better? Melchizedek. There you have it. See? We keeping it line and even. That's what's happening here, right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And here men that died receive the tithes, but there he receiveth them of whom it is written that he lived.
Right. So for here, men that die receive tithes, right?
Mhm.
The Levitical priesthood, they die forever. They receive tithes. It says, but there, somewhere else in heaven, he received them of whom it is witnessed that who God lived forever. He liveth forever, right?
Mhm.
That's the Most High.
Come,
You
come.
know, it's somebody else.
Come.
That he liveth, right? That's the Most High. Go ahead.
In verse 10, verse 9. And as I may so say, Levi also, who received tithes, prayed tithes in Abraham.
Right. So Levi, who received tithes, he also paid tithes in Abraham. When Abraham was paying tithes, Levi was doing the same thing as well. Go ahead.
For he was yet in the loins of his father when Melchizedek met him.
Right. So Levi was still in the loins of his ancestors, forefather Abraham. Right. When Melchizedek met him, Abraham. Right. That's where Levi was. Was still in the loins of his forefather when Melchizedek met Abraham. Right.
So they're not saying Levi that came later down from Jacob.
Yeah, him.
Okay, so so like you was still in your papa's sacks when I
Yes, sir.
we used to roam the street. Okay.
That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 11. If therefore perfection were by the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law. What further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek and not be called after the order of Aaron?
Okay, 1 second. So if therefore perfection was by the Levitical priesthood, so perfection was not by the Levitical priesthood. That came afterwards. That's temporary, right?
Right.
Since for under the Levitical priesthood, the people received the law, did we not?
Come.
It says, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek and not be called after the order of Aaron? Some questions here, right? Then we're gonna get our answers. Verse 12.
Verse 12. Verse 12. For the priesthood being changed,
Now, see, for the priesthood being changed, which the word here is transferred. The priesthood is being transferred. What priest is being transferred? The high priesthood. The high priesthood. The high priesthood is being transferred. It's being transferred from Levi back to the order of Melchizedek. For the priesthood being, it's just a bad translation of the word change. It isn't change.
Transfer.
Christians would try to say that it is change. I'm gonna show you the Greek word. It is not change, it's a transfer or a transposing. I'm gonna show you the word right now. I want to finish the verse. For the priesthood being transferred or transposed, go ahead.
that for being changed, there is made necessity of change also of the law.
They made necessarily also a transfer also in the law, right? It is being a transfer back in the law. Not a change. Let me show you the Greek word that can be. What they say, I'm making it up. Again. Come here, pull it up in Greek. Coming up right now, here we go. KJV with the strong numbers, right? I'm gonna come all the way down. To Hebrews. Chapter 7. Verse 12. I'm gonna highlight it. Looking at here. The highlight of the word. We want the word here changed. Right? We want this word here changed. Right. I'm gonna share it. It's the word here. I'm sharing it.
You say prove all things.
Right, so it's meta. It's meta I meta I me. Meta I me. And highlight it here. This is how you pronounce it here. Met I me. Meta I me. And this is how it's spelled here. And this is how it's pronounced here. We're gonna go down to the definition of the word. It says right here, the transfer. It's a transfer, the priesthood being transferred. But the high priesthood being transferred, the Levites are still priests, but they're not high priests coming out of Levi, so it's a transfer. Right? The transport. Exchange. When the word goes off in chain side. What are you talking about? It ain't pervert or carry on that, and it's not this. The law of not change, the transfer.
Transfer.
Transpose are two things. To one of which is put in the place
Yeah.
of the other. That's where it says right there.
Come.
And that is from the Hebrew Strong. Letting you know. He takes it back to the original language and give you the correct understanding of it.
right? To transpose something from the place of another. This is what's happening here with this word, right? It's the high priesthood again that's being changed. Let me go back to the text. Now, I've just proven what I was saying, what it said, I'm making it up. Now you see the proof for yourself, right? And we can go back to where we were. We left off at Psalms 110. So we got Melchizedek. Now we got to start bringing back these people that's under Melchizedek, under Hamashiach Yahushua, coming off into over 5 branches. Going on to our 5 branches. I just did our first branch. The word branch, the English word branch, is used 5 times in the Old Testament, translated as Zemach, and 1 time as Netzer. So the first one we're going to get is in the book of Jeremiah 23, verse 5. Jeremiah chapter 23. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 23, reading at verse 5. Behold, the day come, say the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch.
So again, so this branch again is raised unto David. This is the people, the proponents of this Christ coming to sex cannot reconcile this verse. And it doesn't come out of David directly. He's raised unto David. A righteous branch. Go ahead.
And a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
Right. Right. So the first step is to raise this branch unto David. Right. That was done with Hamashiach Yahushua, which again is one aspect, a small aspect of proof of a virgin birth. Right. There's many other aspects that can be proven. So this is the righteous branch.
Now just read.
Is raised unto David. So this particular branch, or part of the branch, then will then kind of correlate, right, to one of the gospel authors, right? So which gospel author then is going to highlight this branch here and this king here that's going to reign? So a gospel author is going to, one of them are going to highlight the aspect of this branch, this king. So the first gospel author that highlights this branch as a king is Matthew. He's one that highlights, he starts off with this man lineage comes out of King David. It's the first chapter. He highlights this, and then the entire gospel goes on and talks about the kingdom, the gospel of the kingdom. In the Gospel of Matthew, he's highlighting the rules of the kingdom. Who gets into the kingdom? Who ain't getting into the kingdom? Right? Let's pull these things out real quick.
Did we finish Psalms already? We finished Psalms.
We finished Psalm. Yeah, we finished Psalms 110 down to verse 4. That's all I want. Right? So this is the king. And then this is if he's been raised unto David, then he's a king that comes from another place. From somewhere else. He would then become the king from heaven. That's where he had to have come. If he ain't from David, where he came from? He came from heaven. He's the king from heaven. And the Messiah said this. Let's get this in St. John. St. John chapter 6, verse 38. St. John chapter 6, verse 38. That's gonna be our first one.
We got St. John chapter 6, verse 38.
Say,
Go ahead.
St. John chapter 6, verse 38. For I come down from heaven,
For I came down from heaven, go ahead,
not to do my own will,
not to do my own thing, go ahead,
but the will of him that sent me.
clearly. Clearly, that's what he said in his own mouth, where he came from. From heaven. Let's get one more. Same book, St. John chapter 8, verse 23. St. John chapter 8, verse 23.
Oh, saying that.
Right, the text says, God speak once, yet twice, yet man perceive not.
Not.
St. John chapter 8, verse 23, who has that?
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
St. John chapter 8, reading verse 23. And he said unto them, Ye are from beneath,
You are from beneath. Go ahead.
I am from above.
I'm from above. Go ahead.
Ye are of this world, I am not of this world.
Clearly. Right? So this is where we go up into the aspect of our soul come back into the womb, through his mother's womb. They come from beneath. Because when you die, that is where you go. You go down into what is called Hades, which have different sections in it. Yes, sir.
And that goes back to Adam becoming the living soul. Once the Most High breathed through his nostrils,
Well, now breathe into it now.
breathed into his nostrils.
You make it
Spirit of
like
life,
so.
the breath of life,
Yes. Give it animation.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is where you come from beneath, under the earth. Again, Hades, again, different sections. You got Abraham's bosom. There's a section in there. There's another section called torment, where that rich man went to, who was in the flame. There's another section. There's another section where you're waiting in that rest. And then the text also tells us that when you die, you are then gathered unto your people.
Now, this is when the rich man Esau went to.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like 5, maybe 6 different sections.
There's many sections in there. We don't know just how much sections is there. But there is as the parable of the Messiah talked about, there's a gulf fixed between where you can't cross over section. You couldn't cross over to
The
where
rich man.
Lazarus was. Yeah, there's a gulf fixed. So there's a separation in these sections.
Now, it was this bosom of Abraham, that's where Lazarus was, he couldn't cross over
Come.
without,
Or vice versa.
they now couldn't go over there.
Yes, sir. And then cannot cross over.
But see, the ones that you're talking about, the ones that gather to their own people, that's talking about people that like about to.
You go back to your own nation.
back to-
Now, depending if you in your own nation that you from, depending on the Most High judge you for being extra wicked, you gonna throw you in that place where that rich man was.
Yeah,
Instead of go back to your people, you're gonna go over into this torment wild. You know, like that's where Herod went. He killed all them little baby 3 years old trying to find kill Hamashiach.
Soon as we look at Pharaoh too, that try to kill all of, they kill all of.
Yes, him too. But it wasn't the Pharaoh, it was the people.
People,
It was the Egyptians themselves.
so they was going out there, did Pharaoh gave that order?
Yeah, but the people, but the Pharaoh gave the order, but Pharaoh didn't know. How would he know that he had the children? It's the people that amongst the people, and they were doing their tactics, right? Because it said that when the Egyptians would take their children, and when their children would come across the Israelite children, their children would cry. And that's how they know there was a baby, Israelite baby in there. And then they would go and then go grab the baby, right? So they would go grab the baby and then literally throw the baby in the water. The Egyptians, people themselves, I'm saying, they would grab the baby, take him, and throw him in the river. That's the reason why when God judged the Egyptians, he killed their firstborn. The people from Pharaoh all the way down, because they were the ones that was responsible. Wasn't just Pharaoh and the people was innocent. No, the people themselves,
Right.
and the order of Pharaoh was actually taking Israelite children and throwing them into the river.
So
And that's why God judged them righteously for what they were doing to his people. Yes, sir.
So the Egyptians, mental wasn't far off from how the so-called whites are like. Gator Bay.
Huh, similar,
They stoned us to the sharks
Yeah.
about slavery on the boats.
huh. Yeah, but at the end of the day, again, everyone do back to your own people. All this mixing is ridiculous. All that is done. Once you die, that it means nothing. And all you do is you're hurting your offspring. Your offspring is bipolar. He's not bipolar.
Mhm. So what you think like the dogs or the mutts do? That boy makes you rock water.
Oh, that's dangerous. I had
When they pass away, you
It's a dangerous,
mix, they,
there's no mention, they might just get rid of it. There's no mention.
remember, I
What
had
happened
one,
to them?
everybody had one.
Oh, man.
They don't remember the pit bull that you rock that white looking.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back to your, in other words, you're going back to your people. All right, so Christ again, he's a king from heaven. We got the king from heaven. You're not clear, let's get one more. Let's get one more, just in case. One more just in case.
Okay, so I do have a question on that, because,
Let me get this last one,
okay,
get your question.
okay.
Let me get 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 47. One more. I'm gonna get the brother question, then we're gonna continue. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 47.
First Corinthians, what?
Chapter 15, verse 47. Okay, who got 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 47?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
First Corinthians chapter 15, starting at verse 47. The first man is of the earth, earthy.
That's Adam. Go ahead.
The second man is the Lord from heaven.
Clear. Here it is again. The second man is the Lord from heaven again. And now your question, brother.
Okay, so the king of Jeshurun. Now, you said Christ is from heaven. Now, he's the prince of Jeshurun, right?
Who?
Christ. Or is he the king? Because you said the king.
He's the king on earth here.
Come,
Now, but back then in the Old Testament, God was our king.
come, okay.
Christ is going to become king in our future.
Future.
Even as we stand right now, he's not officially got on the throne. He's officially our king
Come,
because he did what he did to get the throne,
right,
but he's not sitting on the throne as yet till he comes back
come.
and set up his kingdom. Then he sits on the throne.
Okay.
Right. Any other questions?
Now, see, wait a minute.
Go ahead, brother.
Now, I was gonna ask a question. I heard somebody say something like that. First man of the earth. And then the earth is the second man is.
Earth, to mean is carnal. The first man is of the earth. Earth, to mean is carnal.
Okay,
Right? The second man is the Lord from heaven.
that was just be a my shot.
Definitely.
So listen, so Adam is carnally.
Carnal, yeah, mind it.
Man,
Yeah. Right.
Because he lost his spiritual now? I mean,
Because he what?
he lost his spiritual. I mean, because at first he was spiritual.
Spiritual. No, he's earth.
he's born from.
He
the-
was-
Okay. I thought you were talking about because of his life. His life.
No. Yeah, he knows his life, but earthly mentality,
Okay, come.
right?
Huh.
Carnal mind. You good in your Bible?
yeah, I'm
All right, let's get Matthew chapter 2, verse 1.
trying to figure out what else I heard.
When it come back to you, let us know.
Try, cause it didn't sound good. But they were trying to break it down.
You said we want Matthew chapter 2?
Yeah, so again, Gospel of Matthew is highlighting this king. That's from heaven, right? Chapter 1 just went to and just highlighted this man lineage through his mother, Mary, right? And highlight the virgin birth. Which most of these brothers here are just fighting against the text. We clearly again, every gospel author records a virgin birth, and they can't even see that. You know me, I will debate it with anybody. You know I'm ready to go now.
Con.
We got Matthew chapter 2, verse 1.
So Matthew chapter 2 from the top, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king,
Herod the king was set up by Rome, not by us. Go ahead.
behold, there came wise men from the east into Jerusalem,
Wise men, magi, or some people say astronomers, because these men were definitely watching the sky. Go ahead.
saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews?
So these men came and was asking, where is he that is born king of the Jews? So Matthew was highlighting the king of the Israelites. These men clearly don't recognize Herod as the king of the Israelites. No, you ain't the king. Ain't no real king. And here's why. Go ahead.
For we have seen his star in the east.
See, Herod don't have no star in the east. He ain't got no star, so we know you ain't the king.
Con.
We have seen the real king star in the east. Go ahead.
And are come to worship him.
And we're coming to bow down. Not to you. You ain't the king. Simple as that. We come to bow down to the real king.
Con.
So Matthew was highlighting the real king.
And if he was king, he would have knew. They putting him on point.
Yeah.
Like when you see him, let me know where he at so I can kneel to him too.
Yeah.
Knowing he gonna set him up.
Lie, yeah. They trying to give Herod some game, but his pride and everything won't allow him to accept it. From there, let's get Matthew, stay in the same book. Matthew chapter 4, verse 17. Continue.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 17.
All right, let me pull it up right quick here. I'm just going to go through and show you that Matthew highlighting the king. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 4, reading verse 17. From that time, Jesus began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
So the first thing Mashiach Yahushua comes when he's out, after he comes back from the wilderness, when he was being tempted 4 days and 40 nights, he comes up, he's preaching, he's telling you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, right? Setting up that his kingdom is coming here. So now what he's doing is he's now got to go out and then start to again lay down the rules of this kingdom, right? What is a kingdom without rules?
Out of order.
Out of order,
Anarchy.
chaos. Got to have rules
Con.
in the kingdom.
Babylon.
Yeah. So he goes and he starts to lay down these rules of the kingdom, right? This is what he starts to do. Let's get the rules. So the rules is not nothing new. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17.
Wow, you got Matthew chapter 4, verse 17, and Matthew chapter 5, verse 17.
Yes, sir.
And who you think had that saying first, out of Hamashiach Yahushua, John the Baptist,
What saying?
repent, for the kingdom is at hand.
Christ, of course.
Con.
He's before John.
Con.
Yeah.
He might have said it first, maybe 6 months older, but
Con. Paved the way, but they both first in a weird way. That's crazy.
I ain't never gonna say John had anything before Christ.
Before Christ.
That wouldn't make any sense logically, would it?
That's what I mean, they both got the same saying, but I figured Christ is the same first.
Always.
Con.
Always. We got Matthew chapter 5, verse 17.
I tell you.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 5, reading verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Right? This is what I say to my Christian listeners, right? Think not that Christ came to destroy the law or the prophets,
No.
because they keep thinking he did. I gotta come here and say, I need you to focus on the first 2 words, please. The first 2 words, please. Can we go to the first? Think not. Remember that? Think not. Think
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Let's get that in your head real first. Once that's drilling there, then we go on.
Come.
That I am come to destroy the law. or the prophets.
One more
Let's
time,
be
Bob.
clear.
One more time.
You know what I'm
one more
saying?
time.
Or the law do away
I
with.
don't
Yeah,
think they
right.
know. I don't, be honest, I don't really think they know it's in there.
No.
Hey, they try to flip it and try to make it say something that it ain't saying.
That's it, because I wanna know, is it a scripture where Christ was nailed to the cross, it was all died with him, something?
Yeah, they say the law was nailed to the cross of Christ.
Let's find out if that's true right here. I can read the verse in Ephesians, but let's see if that's true right here. Christ said, think not that I'm come to destroy the law or the prophets. Go ahead.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
I'm not come to destroy, to fulfill. Now, they think this. That's why listen, you have to ask them the question to bring it out in the open, right? They think that when something is fulfilled, then it's done away with. So then you ask them, does fulfill means destroy? Ask them that, because what you're doing again, you're backing them into a corner slowly. This is the setup. Does fulfill means destroy? Right? Watch them pause for a minute and think about what you're saying. Because they're not going to say fulfill means destroy, because it's going to cut their doctrine. They're going to pause for it and say, I can't say that. Ooh, rewind. Rewind. Think not that I've come to destroy, but to fulfill. Right? Here's the verse 18.
18. I verily say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass. No shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
There it is. So nothing is going to remove until all is fulfilled. So when they go to this about nailed to the cross, this verse killed that, because first of all, heaven and earth is still here. So till heaven and earth pass, those are both still here. It says one jot and one tittle. We know that originally it didn't say one jot and one tittle. That's vowel pointing. That's what's added change to the text, right? That's not what it said originally, right? This is vowels and yes, not one vowel or one consonant. That's what it says originally. Not gonna be jot and tittle. That's man-made addition to the text. If you go into the Dead Sea Scrolls and look at the Aramaic, there is no vowel pointings on those things. Yeah, there's no jot. Yeah, so that's what was added later on, like in 200 AD. Right, or even later, I think it is. Maybe it's even later than that. I think maybe 600 or something, when the Masoretes and them start adding these vowel pointings to it. This vowel pointings and stuff does not exist in this time. So Christ couldn't have said jot and tittle. There's no jot and tittles at this time.
Tittle.
So
This is vowels and consonants. That's what he's pointing out. Yes, sir.
So the Assyrian script, that's a new language?
No, it's in the new language. It's the script that is written in.
Oh,
Written in a box script.
box script.
Yeah, but even in the box script, when you look at it in the Dead Sea Scrolls, they keep the Paleo-Hebrew writing of the Most High's name,
Okay.
right? That's still written in
Yeah.
Paleo-Hebrew.
Okay.
God's name remains in Paleo-Hebrew, even in the Aramaic box script,
Wow.
when you read in the Dead Sea Scroll.
Wow.
So they reverenced the name and kept it in that language, in that script, that Paleo script. So there's no jot and tittles here in Christ's time. This is man-made stuff that's added later on.
That don't even sound like Christ type of talk.
Christ wouldn't even mention that nonsense anyway.
Tittle.
He's constantly talking about the Pharisees adding to the law. Jots and tittles are an addition to the law. It's a violation of Torah. Let's gonna be clear. Ask any one of these people here that's proponent this Hebrew today about jots and tittles. Ask them, are those jots and tittles a violation of Torah? Watch them pause.
Wow. So a jot and tittle couldn't have been what he said, couldn't have been added because, oh wow.
We don't see no jots and when you read the Paleo Hebrew on the walls,
Come.
there was
There's
no jots and
no
tittles and
tittles.
those things.
Come.
None of it.
Ain't even no
Nowhere.
connectors, ain't even no connectors.
So we know it was then added later on.
Oh, yeah.
There's a violation of the Torah.
Wow.
We know that for a fact. So yeah. Again, they bank on your ignorance of things and not remembering what the Torah says, what they bank on. Right? So again, anyway, I wonder if I should even read this verse about nailing on the cross now. This is ridiculous stuff, man. Because you brought it up, I'm gonna have to read it now. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want anyway. Can we get it in Ephesians chapter 2? Come on, Ah! For the sake of the getting our Christian brothers and sisters correct, let's see, can we help them out? We don't deal with this a few times. Gonna have to do it again. Taken away from the lesson. We got Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcised by the uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Yeah, so Paul is telling them there, you in time past, you Gentiles, where in the flesh, right? And you are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision, which are the Israelites in the land. It was calling the dispersed abroad Israelites uncircumcision. Right? So circumcision in the flesh made by hands. Go ahead.
Verse 12. That at that time ye were without Christ.
At that time you was without the anointed. Go ahead.
Being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
Be alien from the commonwealth, meaning the capital. It's the capital. The capital city of Israel is what it's really talking about, which is Jerusalem. You were alien from Jerusalem, right? And again, this goes back to where you have synagogues.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back where you have synagogues, right? Synagogues is not a New Testament thing. You have synagogues in the Old Testament as well, right? And again, the synagogue, when you walk into the synagogue, I was telling y'all last time, when you walk into the synagogue and you turn around the way you walked in,
Right.
that door you walked in would point to Jerusalem,
Okay.
point to where the temple, right? Wherever the synagogue is, they all point towards the temple. They all point. So when they pray, they turn and they pray towards the door they walked in, because they're praying towards the temple, Jerusalem, right? And a synagogue is just an extension of the temple. But let them deceive you. They will try to lie you and tell you that there are these non-Israelites who are supposed to be quote unquote God-fearers and other stuff who was allowed to go into the synagogue. This is a lie. If the synagogue is an extension of the temple, in the temple there was a court cut off that non-Israelites could not go past. So if the synagogue is an extension of that, you would also have the same thing there as well, where they cannot go in. Please fact check me that the synagogue is not an extension of the temple, because it is. We know it is because they all point to the temple.
Wow.
In any direction that they are, the door points towards the temple in Jerusalem.
In Jerusalem.
Yes. So then you know that it's an extension of where they're pointing at.
Right. Right.
They're trying to emulate what's there where they are, because they can, for some reason, whatever reason it is, get there.
Oh.
So we're doing that over there, over here.
Over here. Oh.
This is what we're
Over
doing.
here. Come on. That makes sense. That makes real good sense.
Again, they're banking your ignorance of things. Again, that's why I am here.
Come on.
Clear it up. At that time, you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel. Go ahead.
From the Commonwealth of Israel.
Read verse 12 again.
Read, okay. That at that time ye were without Christ, being aliens from the Commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world.
So we have again, we talk about Paul having in the gospel of God, which were the promises made to the Israelites. Here it is again, bringing up the word promise,
Mhm.
right? Being strangers from the covenants of promise. These promises was made only to the nation of Israel. When you hear promises and all of that, these are all pertaining to the nation of Israel. Having no hope, and you was without the Most High, and you was just out there in the world, just wild. All right. Again, I'm gonna pull the verses in the Old Testament to show you that synagogues is not nothing new. If anyone trying to say synagogues are something that's new, I'm gonna pull the verse in the Old Testament that shows you that they were synagogues in the Old Testament. You can be clear. So I'm not making that up. Go ahead.
13. But now in Christ Jesus, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of Christ.
Right. So we know that the angels say he shall die for the sins of his people. Right. Christ said, I'm sent not only but to the sheep of the Israel, the lost sheep of the Israel. So if his blood covers only Israelites, these people that are far off and that are made nigh by his blood can only fit Israelites. Because he'll die for Israelites. His blood is only shed for them. Right? So that's how people who are made afar off are made nigh to this man's blood. Again, anybody has an opposition or challenge, you know me, I welcome these things. I need book, chapter, verse, whatever you're trying to say it is. Go ahead.
Verse 14. For he is our peace, who hath made both one.
For he's our peace, and he has made both one.
And hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Right. So this is the verse they go through and said, see right here, the middle wall of partition, brother, that was between the Israelites and the non-Israelites. Right. God had broken that down. He broken that down right there through Christ. He broke down the middle wall of partition. Right. And so now that's not there no more. Yeah, you correct that there was a wall in the temple that separated non-Israelites and Israelites together, but Christ's death on the cross broke that wall down. It ain't there no more. He got rid of that. So now we all the same people, brother. Okay. Let's get Revelations chapter 11 and see if that's true. We're gonna come right back here. Revelations chapter 11. And I didn't want to have to go through this because I went through it already. Chapter 11, verse 1
So you
and 2. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 11 from the top.
Go ahead.
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod.
So this reed is the measuring thing. Go ahead.
And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God and the altar and them that worship therein.
Them are inside. Measure the temple of God, measure the altar, and of course the people that are in worship therein. Go ahead.
Verse 2. But the court which is without the temple,
The court that's outside. Go ahead.
the temple leave out.
Leave out. The court is still there. The court of the Gentiles. Leave out. Go ahead.
And measure it not.
Uh-huh.
For it is given unto the
It is
Gentiles.
given to the Gentiles. So the court has not been broken down by Christ. So this angel right here, he says, don't measure it. I mean, it's still there. Why are you telling them not to measure something that's not there? Obviously, it's still there. It's still, don't measure that. It's given to the Gentiles. Go ahead.
And the holy city shall they trend underfoot 42 months.
40 and 2 months, right? 3.5 years. Right? So we see right here that the court of the Gentiles that partition wall, and that's where the court of the Gentiles was, it's still there,
No,
right here.
was it
So
broken
Christ
down?
didn't get rid of it according to what y'all saying.
No, he didn't
Couldn't
break,
have got rid of it, couldn't have gotten rid of it.
he didn't break it down.
Didn't break none of it down. But we gonna leave it there. I'll do it another class. Let's go back. We was at in I wanted to show you the synagogue in the Old Testament. That's what I said I wanted to do really quick. Well, I forget. Psalms 74. Psalm 74. Let me get the right verse before I forget. Psalm 74, I think is verse 8. Yeah, Psalm 74, verse 8.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Hold up. 1 second, brother. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 74, reading verse 8. They said in their hearts, let us destroy them together. They have burnt up all the synagogues of God in the land.
Synagogues of God in the land. See, there were synagogues of God that was in the land already, in the Old Testament time. Synagogues were there. Now let me go and show you a couple of them. You don't necessarily say that they're synagogues, but we know that they are, because this verse said that there were synagogues in the land. So we got that established right here. I'm gonna read a couple of verses here to show you that they were synagogue. It's not called synagogue. It's called a different name, but we know they were a synagogue. 1 Samuel chapter 9 and verse 19. Let me pull this up. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 19.
First Samuel chapter
9, verse 19.
1 Samuel chapter 9, reading verse 19.
I got it. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 19, and it reads, and Saul spake unto Jonathan his son.
1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 19.
Oh, I don't know.
I got it if you want me to take it.
Go ahead, brother.
So,
First Samuel chapter 9, verse 19 says, and Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me unto the high place.
So Samuel is the seer, meaning he's the prophet. So he's telling Saul to go up to the high place. This is the synagogue. He telling him to go up there. The seer, the prophet of God, telling him to go to the high. I know in the Old Testament there is two understanding of the high place. One is negative, and this is the positive one I'm bringing out. This high place is the synagogue because he's telling Saul to go there. This is the prophet of God telling him to go to the high place. The high place is the synagogue. Go ahead.
For ye shall eat with me today and tomorrow, and I will let thee go, and will tell thee all that is in thy heart.
Right. So he's there. So the prophet of God is in this high place where he's eating with Saul. Now, if this high place was something that was bad, he wouldn't be in there eating there with Saul. So this is a synagogue. That's why I pulled the verse in Samuel, meaning in Psalms that first said there was synagogue in the land. Right? So we can be clear. So that high place there, speaking of a synagogue that was there. And let me get one more in chapter 10. Chapter 10, 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 5. Go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 5. After that, thou shalt come to the hills of God, where is the garrison of the Philistines, and it shall come to pass, when thou art come thither to the city, that thou shalt meet a company of prophets coming down from the high place with a psalmistry.
So we have a company of prophets coming out from the high place, this have to be in the synagogue. Prophets of God wouldn't be in that place, and they come in with psalmistry. Go ahead.
And a tabret and a pipe and a harp before them, and they shall prophesy.
Prophesy. So they coming from this high place. This is a synagogue. Where they worshiping God. These are the first synagogues received in the land. Of course, with the fulfillment of the Torah, of course, with these things happening. A gathering place for them to come. Some place where they can congregate. Right? Talks about you should have a convocation. Right? A convocation, right? A mikra, a holy rehearsal at a certain place. Right? So this is a place that would take place. Somewhere right in that place right there. And we're gonna get one more and get back to the lesson. Let's get one more in 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 4.
First Kings chapter 4.
3 verse
Chapter
4.
3, verse 4.
First Samuel chapter 3, reading verse 4.
No,
It-
First King.
1 Kings chapter 3, verse 4.
First Kings chapter 3, reading verse 4. And the king went to, what's that, Gibeon, to sacrifice there, for that was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon that altar.
Right, so he went to Gibeon. Right, and the great high place again. And 1,000 burnt offerings Solomon offered on the altar to the Most High in Gibeon, right? So we have Nathaniel, okay, says he's logging off. All right. The lesson, all right. Let's go back. Let's go back to Matthew. We was at. Back to the lesson.
This is where King Solomon, when he was asking of him, he was like, I want wisdom.
Come. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Going back into the theme of Matthew highlighting the king from heaven.
Yeah.
That righteous branch that would raise up unto David, and the king shall reign and prosper. So we're highlighting how Christ is coming through the book of Matthew. He's the king, he's laying down the rules of the kingdom. All right, go ahead.
But Matthew chapter 6, reading verse 33, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
So he's letting them know, yeah, seek ye for the kingdom of God, going back to the king
First.
and his righteousness, right? This was what I talked about later that Enoch was doing. So that then all these things shall be added unto you. This is people want a house, a car, and whatever else. Before all of that, right? A wife or whatever it is. Before all of that, seek ye first kingdom of God. This was it to seek first. And his righteousness, what it says for you to do. His righteousness would be his laws, statutes, and commandments, judgments, and the whole nine, everything. That's what all that would consist of. Right?
That's the first commandment. That's like the first commandment.
Like the first commandment. Right. So that's what we are told by our Messiah to do first. He's supposed to be doing that first before anything else. All that other stuff we're talking about, it says right here, it's going to be added to you. Added. Right? All of these things that people have on there is an addition to them. It's being added to them. You can't say nothing later on. We gave you that. You got that.
I was like, I'm about my father's business.
Yeah. So I want to come to the Matthew chapter 13. Verse 19. Now, this is the chapter here that has a whole bunch of kingdom stuff.
So the men pleasing could throw people off from not seeking doing God's will.
Definitely. It's gonna throw you off because you more focus on what a man thinks and wants done and then what not what the Most High and Christ want. Well, look at that in Matthew chapter 19 verse Matthew chapter 13 verse 19.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 19. When any other heareth the word,
When anyone.
when anyone heareth the word of the
See,
kingdom,
the word of the kingdom is what Christ was teaching. Again, he's highlighting the kingdom aspect. Go ahead.
and and understandeth it not,
So listen, there's a lot of the majority of people hear the word of the kingdom, but they do not understand it. So when this happened, go ahead.
then cometh the wicked one,
Then cometh Hasatan. Go ahead.
and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Soul in his heart, meaning his mind. So Hasatan comes and he takes it out your mind. He pulls it out. Go ahead.
This is he which receives seed by the wayside.
Yes, he that receives seed by the wayside. Right? It's right, it's on not on good earth. Right? A little bit of earth with mostly hard stone rock by the wayside. Right? More people is right here. This right here is more people. They receive the word on by the wayside. Right. This is the reason why we talked about earlier here how would they keep getting deceived?
Huh.
Because they receive the word by the wayside.
That's what
It's
my,
being caught away, and then because it's caught away in their mind, they forget and they get the deception again. Yes, sir.
well, that's what my dad used to always say. Don't be caught up by the wayside.
Yep.
Always.
Uncles, all the run dog.
Yeah.
And then wayside, isn't that a jail?
Jail.
That's
LA County.
it's what you just explained, rock and
what it is.
oh wow.
Yeah.
It's a
Yep.
big, near Magic Mountain.
Mhm.
That's what it is.
The other LA County. Wow.
Jump down to verse 24.
Come, verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which soweth good seed.
So again, the more with the kingdom again.
Mhm,
Right?
mhm.
Verse 31.
Verse 31. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and soweth in his field.
Another kingdom reference again. Let's get another one in verse 44.
Verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and burieth that field.
And buyeth
And
that field.
buyeth that field.
Yeah. Verse 45.
Verse 45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman seeking goodly pearls.
Right. Again, so we have all these kingdom reference throughout the book of Matthew. He's kind of talking about the kingdom. Right. So we hold on.
A merchantman seeking goodly pearls.
Right. So we have this kingdom of heaven phrase here is only found in the book of Matthew. Not gonna find a kingdom of heaven phrase in the other shop. Only found in Matthew, and it's found 32 times. It's all in the book of Matthew, highlighting that Matthew highlights the king from heaven with the rules, the Torah, through the will of his father, and who he sent out his disciples to the lost sheep, to get them also to come in. So we have all this aspect there of the kingdom, right? I wanna go. You get this off the screen, get it right quick.
Pearls, don't cast your pearls before swine.
Uh. Zechariah chapter 3, verse 8. Alright, who got that?
Take it. Zechariah chapter 3, reading at verse 8.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Zechariah chapter 3, verse 8. Hear now, O Joshua the high priest, thou, and thou follows, their fellows that sit before thee, for they are men wonder at.
Well, there are men who wonder that, so there are other guys around Joshua the high priest. And there are men who wonder that meaning that, what are these guys gonna do? Some of these guys right here, what's going on with them, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For behold, I will bring forth my servant, the branch.
I will bring forth my servant, the branch. So the next gospel that highlights the branch as a servant will be the next gospel, will be the gospel of Mark, right? Because in the book of Mark, we have no lineage in it. Right? No lineage, just basically a servant. Really just, that's all it really is. About the book of Mark highlights him as a servant, using the word immediately, right? Things he gotta get done. Straightway, forthwith. Right, so we have no lineage. You wanna, why is there no lineage? Anything specific about the book of Mark? But Mark is written in chronological order. And he just basically, we run through it and he just basically doing stuff at the service. He's coming to do the will of the Father, coming to serve. This is the thing that we have in the book of Mark, right? So all these words immediately, straightforward, forthwith are highlighted in the book of Mark more than any other gospel. More than any other gospel to have this in there. Can we get Mark chapter 1, verse 1?
Mark chapter 1 from the top. The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
To the beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Okay, it's another verse again that talks about a virgin birth. But it talks off who he is, and it goes off that he's the Son of God, he's a servant. He's coming to serve. Do the will of the Most High. Verse 12.
Matthew chapter 1, reading verse 12. And immediately the Spirit driveth him into the wilderness.
This is one of these words, immediately, forthwith, and stuff like that, that goes into this entire gospel. And practically just basically serving. The gospel of Mark labels him and showing him that he's the servant. And he's just basically serving throughout the entire gospel of the book of Mark. I'm trying to get the specific. I didn't find the verse. This is where I ran. This is where I ran out of time. So much to do, so little time to do it in. So much to do. Hold on, let me see. Oh. You see something right here. If everybody just me and Ariel left, but it's gone. Alright. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm just checking my comments online. Romantic argument. All right, let me go back. Hold on, this is for the brother, man. Let me just do the brother right quick. You want me to touch on Job right quick. This for him to come to the citizen package. I'm not gonna be able to do it during the week. Or nothing like that. I'm gonna tell him to come to the video. Let's do Job, the 38th chapter right there. And I'll pause here and I'll come back and finish the other lesson the most I will.
Job doing his job.
Job chapter 38. Let's do what he asked me to do. Because I won't be able to probably do it during the week. We'll do it on the video. And we'll go from yep. Cause he got what? It is what it is, man. I gotta keep doing me, man. I gotta finish my course, man. Man, I'm coming for the Most High. I want to be like Paul and hey, man, I finished my course, bro.
Yo, Joe.
I think I know this distraction, huh?
Yo, Joe.
Gotta do my Joe, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That was good.
There you rest.
Who got that?
You want it from the top?
Yes, sir.
Job chapter 38 from the top. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said,
Which is crazy. We know what a whirlwind is.
Mhm.
A whirlwind will come down and start talking out of the air. That's the scary sight. Go ahead.
Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge?
Yeah, who is this that's talking down to my counsel and you don't know that. But back what the Most High is saying, who is this trying to throw shade, you know what I'm saying? On what I came up with, right?
Mhm.
And you ain't got no knowledge. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me.
Yeah. Come on now. Man up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna demand of you, and I need to get an answer. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding.
Yeah, uh-huh. Where was I when I laid the foundation? Where was you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Where were you at? Let us know if you have understanding. I think these questions are more like rhetorical questions. Job don't answer these questions.
You're like, what?
What? Nah. Nah. Where was me? Nowhere. Go ahead.
Who hath laid the measure thereof, if thou knowest, or who hath stretched the line upon it?
Now do that sound like something that you do with a ball? Who laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest, or who have stretched the line upon it? I don't think you do that to a ball. No. That's something that's flat. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened, or who laid the cornerstone thereof?
Is there a cornerstone in the ball?
So
I doubt it.
this has a
It's
cornerstone.
like a
on it.
cornerstone.
Wow.
4 corners.
It's a cornerstone. I mean, it has to be flat.
You flat and square.
Right? He calls it a he says, we're upon the foundations, fastened,
Mhm.
the cornerstone on. Flat again,
Like a pool table,
huh?
like a pool table.
Like a pool table. Huh? Go ahead.
Verse 7. When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of the Most High shouted for joy.
Right? The morning stars sang together. These are angels. And all the sons of God shouted for joy. Right? Again, the question is, why is the sons of God shouting for joy? What's going on? We see in previous verses, the Most High is measuring and laying foundation and building something, right?
Mhm.
I think they know he's building it for them.
Mhm.
And that's why they're shouting for joy. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Or who shut up the sea with doors
She shut up the sea with doors. Go ahead.
when it break forth,
When it break forth,
as if it had issued out of the womb.
yeah. You know how the issue when a baby comes out, the
Mhm.
water get up. But he took the sea and he shut it up with doors.
So like,
That, yeah,
so like probably besides a hurricane, so this, the sea don't overflow, like the beach don't come all the way to
right. Overflow the entire earth.
indoor.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 9. When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band.
Yeah,
for
when
it.
he
Swaddling band.
when I made the cloud a garment, talking about where the clouds at?
In the sky.
In the sky. So he made the sky, the garment for the sky is the clouds. See, he's got a garment on. What? That's the garment of the sky, right?
Wow.
He says, and the thick darkness a swaddling band. That's for the sky. He's clothing the sky.
With clouds and darkness.
Yeah, and the sky says the face of the sky. He has a face. He has a garment. It's like it's alive.
I thought it said the face of the heavens. Huh?
Mhm.
Wow. Oh wow.
Interesting, isn't it? It's a when you look how the Most High look at things, you're like, that is crazy. You would never look at it like that whatsoever. You would not look at it like that. You're like, that's not what I'm looking at. That's how he looks at it. That's how he looks at it.
Wow. That's dope.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And break up from it my decreed place, and set bars and doors. Wow.
Right, decree place, and then he sets there. Bars and doors. Boundaries. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And said, hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud waves be stayed.
Yeah, so there's a limitation for the sea. Limited. Can go far, can go past a certain point. Go ahead.
Hast thou commanded the morning since the days, and caused the day spring to know his place? Wow.
Yeah. Hast thou commanded the morning since thy days, since you born, and called the day spring, meaning the light to know his place. You call the light, the daytime to know his place. You done that? Go ahead.
13. That it may take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it.
Right. That it might take hold of the ends of the earth. So when the light comes, it's shining all to the ends of the earth. Right? That it might what? that the wicked might be shaken out of it, because when the light come up, now they're exposing what you're doing. Right? Because the wicked do their dirt
At
at
night,
nighttime,
in the
for the
dark.
most part, right? For
Uh-huh.
the most part, at nighttime. When this light come to expose the dirt that they're doing. So when the light comes up, when it said they're shaken out of it, they go running back into the darkness again. They don't like that light. They like to get exposed. Yes, sir.
That's so crazy how like when you would think like that the Klan, ninjas, burglars, prostitution, a lot of to nighttime, like they just know they position they do okay, it's nighttime, it's time to
Get dirty.
robbers, all they come.
Mhm. Now light come up, they get to running.
Roaches.
Yeah. Go ahead.
14. It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment.
See, they turn as clay, cement, right? Mortar. They turned as clay as mortar, something that's being spin and swelling and bubble up,
Mm.
right? They're turned as clay, they're turned as mortar and cement, something that's being bubble up, right? Clay, it says, and it says to the seal. The seal is the signet, right? The signature. So they're bubbling it up and getting it ready for to turn it into a signature. It's sealed, right? He says, and they stand as a garment, and stand strong, clothed, right? Go ahead.
Verse 15. And from the wicked their light is withholden.
And from the wicked, the light is withholden. Their light, what's their light? Their light again is going back into the clay and the seal and the bubbling up, right? And going into that stands that garment. Their light is withholden from the wicked. Go ahead.
And the high arm shall be broken.
And the high arm is going to be broken. All these high, proud people, that prideful arm that they have, that's going to be broken. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Hast thou entered into the spring of the sea, or hast thou walked in the search of the depth?
What verse is that?
16.
Oh, I'm gonna look at the wrong thing. Go ahead.
You didn't pull it up on the screen. We in 17.
Okay, has thou entered into the springs of the sea, or has thou walked in search of the depths? No, he ain't done. He can't do that. The springs, you know that there are springs. There are springs of the sea. And has thou walked in search of the depths? Meaning you went down there, how deep it is? You went all the way to the bottom? Of course not.
Blow up.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. Have the gates of the death been opened unto thee?
Have the gates of death been opened unto you? Ooh. That's another part of Hades. Remember we talk about the spots in it. The gates of death been opened unto you.
Paradise.
Go ahead.
Or hast thou seen the floors of the shadow of death?
Have you seen the doors of the shadow of death? You seen them doors?
Oh,
More section down there. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Hast thou perceived the breadth of the earth?
The breadth,
The breadth of the earth?
right? That's from one side to the other. I mean, the breadth, again, if it's a ball, you wouldn't say that.
Wow.
The breadth is something from one side to the next.
Huh.
You wouldn't say about a ball. Go ahead.
Declare if thou knowest
Yes,
all.
answer if you know all of this stuff right here. Give us the build up, not the breakdown. Go ahead.
19. Where is the way where light dwelleth?
Woo!
And as
Where? Oh, let me see what this thing says.
Ooh.
Where is the way is the course or the mode? So where is the course or the mode of the luminaries? Ooh, where is the course or the mode of the luminaries dwell? That's what he's asking them.
Oh,
What's the course of the, where does the course of the luminaries dwell at? Meaning this constellations in the sky, where do they dwell at? Go ahead,
Verse 20.
you finish verse 19?
Verse 19. And as for darkness, where is the place thereof?
Yeah. Where is that place at? Go ahead.
Verse 20. That thou shouldest take it to the bounds thereof, and that thou shouldest know the path of the house thereof.
Yeah. See, all those things are are housed somewhere. They're in houses that talks about doors, house, paths. All these things are like doors and stuff for the Most High when he opens and closes them.
The sky. He opened and closed the sky.
Open and close the sky,
so like a curtain on the lantern to the candle doors, or like a light,
right?
dark room.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
off the chain stuff. Go ahead.
21. Knowest thou it because thou wasn't then born?
Yeah. So what he's saying here. Oh, you know it, huh? Oh, because you was born then, right? Or because thy number of thy days is great. So you've been along, you've been here long enough that you can tell me all that, right? What he's saying to them. So, oh, you know this, right? Because you was born then, right? You wasn't wrong at that time. Or because your days are great. You've been around that long, you can tell me all these things. That's what he's telling Job. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow?
Ooh,
Or hast thou seen the treasures of the hell?
you seen the treasures of hell? What he's asking, you seen the treasures of hell? Go ahead.
Verse 23. Which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war.
So the Most High reserved those hell and stuff for a time of trouble and in the battle of war. This is what he used can we read it in Joshua chapter 10?
Wow.
He used the hell in time of war. Wow, he used it right here.
Wow.
Can we get Joshua chapter 10, verse 11? Joshua chapter 10, verse 11 says it right here.
Joel probably just mouth dropped to his.
Right.
All the way down.
This is shocking.
See, I reserve all that stuff for the day of trouble and the time of battle. Joshua chapter 10, verse 11, who got that?
Joshua chapter 10, verse 11. And it came to pass as they fled from before Israel and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them to Azekah, and they died. They were more which died with hailstones than they with the children of Israel slew with the sword.
The Lord killed more of them with the hail, and just said, I'll reserve all that for time of trouble, for time of battle. So when we was in the battle, right, God said, yeah, I'm with you in these hell.
Wow.
Sending them down on them people.
I seen that, they had a hailstorm in Asia somewhere, and this dude had this big lump on his head. Man, the hailstorm hit him in the head, man. I was like, ooh.
Like digging cars, breaking windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Most High said, I reserve these things for trouble and against the day of battle and war. They're that hell. I was back to Job.
We're in verse 26 now?
24.
24.
Yeah.
Job chapter 28 and verse 24. By what way is the light parted? What stretches the east wind upon what scattered the east wind upon the earth?
Yeah, by which mode or which way the light is illuminate this part? How does it separate? Which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? Go ahead.
25. Who hath divided a water course for the overflowing of waters, or a way for the lightning of thunder?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who divided the water course for the over so the water gets too high? Open up a way that might drain off. Right? Or a way for lightning and thunder. You see that up in the sky. Which way is he going? But you don't know, sometimes that thing come down and it strikes people.
Mhm.
Strikes trees,
Mhm.
it's all over the place.
Like Miami.
Like in Miami. Yeah. Like in Miami. Yeah. You don't really know. Who made a way for that? God is saying, a course for that. Go ahead.
Verse 26. To cause it to rain on the earth where no man is.
He caused it to rain on the earth where no man did. Go ahead.
On the wilderness wherein there is no man.
So in the wilderness, see, man don't dwell in the wilderness. Out there. They might pass through. That's not where they living. Go ahead.
27. To satisfy the desolate and waste ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herbs to spring forth.
Yeah. So to satisfy the desert, that desolate waste place, the waste ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth. You need some water. Go ahead.
28. Hath the rain a father?
Have the rain a father? What was he asking? Do the rain have a father? Go ahead.
Or who hath begot the drops of dew?
Yeah. Who begotten the drops of dew?
Mm.
I know what Job is like.
To what?
What?
I ain't even thought about nothing like that.
What? There's a rain of a father. Go ahead.
Verse 29. Out of whose womb came the ice?
Wait a minute. What? The eyes came out of a womb? Go ahead.
And the array frost of heaven, who hath gendered it.
Yeah, who have gendered it? Who begotten it?
Wow. These are some heavy questions.
It's like you on the stand or swore you with it, you like, huh?
Is that English?
You have to plead the fifth.
I don't know that one. None of that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
30. The waters are hid as with a stone.
The waters, wait, what? The waters are hid as if with a stone.
Mhm. Yeah, that's deep.
Go ahead.
And the face of the deep is frozen.
And the face, see that? The deeper you go, the colder it gets.
Whoa, whoa. What's up with that molten middle of the earth thing they be talking about?
Bunch of nonsense.
I don't think there's nothing down there.
No such thing as that. Talking about that crust, that mantle and core.
The earth's crust. They had a
Bunch
movie.
of nonsense.
Remember they had a movie that came out called The Core.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Where they had to go down to the core because the earth stopped spinning.
Mhm.
Something happened, the core overheats it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to blow a bomb up and re-get it, get it back.
Put that on.
Kill it.
A nuclear bomb at that. Was it a nuclear bomb?
Listen, when that Titanic sunk in there, the reason why a man can't go down there too cold.
Mhm.
They take one of their subs down there.
Mhm.
That pressure
Mhm.
will crush the hole
Mhm.
because of the cold that's there.
So what's up with
You
the
gotta send a robot thing down there, and the robot thing takes it half a day to get down there.
So that thing is way.
Those don't try to go down there in that thing and they die.
Yeah. Crush.
You can't go that deep.
So
So man
they-
can't go that deep.
So when it starts to go that deep, that thing, you hear all that popping and
Yes.
pressure popping
Yeah.
going on.
They don't know how much pressure it is to build something to resist it.
Mhm.
See, they can only go a certain down to understand how the pressure is there.
Mhm.
But they have never went all the way down to where the Titanic didn't know what kind of pressure was there
Right, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
build something. So they don't know how to build it exactly to resist that kind of pressure.
What about when they trying to go down there to, really playing the chariots?
I'm talking about something, I'm talking about going down in something that's that a man is in. You can send a robot down there in something,
Mhm.
that's different. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. But something that's made for a human being to be able to survive, come up,
Yeah.
they have not figured that part out.
And then how you keep the air fresh?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
The
gonna run out of
air
air.
is gonna get cold.
Yeah.
It's gonna freeze. It's
Yeah.
so cold down there.
Yeah,
The robot don't need to breathe.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So let's go show for that same thing with the chariots and stuff, Pharaoh's chariots, and they try to go down there.
Well, that's not that deep.
Not that deep.
It's not that deep.
But it is, no, it's not that deep, but it
Right.
is deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
Yeah, but it's deep enough for them to drown.
Yeah.
And they went down there and they have found remains of horse,
Mhm.
bones,
Mhm.
they found a human pelvis down there. And the guy said he found one of the chariot wheels they claiming he did, but he said, I found a gold, four-spoke chariot wheel, which dates back to the time of that, of the 14.
No, Daytona spoke. Whoa.
That four-spoke, that four-spoke, but it dates back to that time, 1400 BC. But after that, they had a six-wheel after that, so that four-spoke was lined right up with the Bible is saying, But they claiming he did it, he said, I found it, he said, take a picture of it, it says, they won't allow me to bring it up.
Right.
Right, I'm gonna let you touch it.
Yeah, that's what they would do with that wheel too. They wouldn't let you
They're
do
gonna
that.
lie, they probably when I got it,
Mhm.
got it in their museum over there hiding it, because it's all gold. Worth a lot of money. Even the date of it, how old it is,
That's pure gold too.
that's pure.
Yeah. But these armies, Pharaoh's army, Pharaoh's bones.
So the army is, yeah, they found remains of horses, they found, shapes, coral shape of chariot wheels, and what happens with something like that, it's so long.
Mhm.
What coral does is it attaches to the wood and the metal,
Yeah.
and the coral takes the form of what it attached to.
Okay.
Otherwise, that long, the wood would dissolve,
Right.
right? But the coral preserved the shape of it. Coral goes over it, preserve the shape. They found these chariot wheel shape, you know what I'm saying? Spokes and all the different things. So they said that's it. Of course, people that don't believe, they want way more concrete proof.
Oh, yeah.
But that's enough for me. I mean, you found a human pelvis down there, even a human pelvis doing down there.
This part right here.
Yeah.
I don't have
They don't tell me, don't sit up there and say, oh, somebody made it up.
Well, the reason why they found it is that because what happened to that, they found it because the mud covered it. The mud that covered it, it would dissolve the bone and everything, but because the mud covered it and stayed that way, the mud preserved it. Right? So when they went down there, it seemed that it was washed away for them at that time for them to see it.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But all that time, the Most High made it preserved in the mud, so the mud preserved it, preserved some of it, but most of it, of course, been washed away. And so,
But most I know what he's doing.
yeah, but when they went there, they found two columns. They found columns on each side.
Mhm.
So someone was marking the crossing of the Red Sea. They have it on both sides. Of course, they moved it. They came and they took the column and they moved it further along the road and moved it from where it originally was, so that they're trying to change things that was there. All right, let's finish it up here. Where we at? We at 31.
Verse 31.
Come.
Can thou bind the sweet influence of
Pleiades.
Pleiades?
Pleiades is another one of these constellations,
Okay.
right?
Oh.
Go ahead.
or loose the bands of Orion.
Move the bands of Orion again.
Wow.
That goes back into another constellation. Right?
Man,
Constellation Orion, right? Yes, sir.
Well, they supposed to have some type of plan of lining a couple of each ago.
I'm not sure, maybe. But you can see that this is they take these names of these stars and stuff,
mhm,
they put their little characters,
right,
right?
right.
This is the name, this is one of the original name, Optimus Prime. That was his name, it was Orion Pax.
Wow.
That was his name. Right, and his name means something. I forgot what Pax means.
Sounds like it.
All these names has a meaning. None of them,
Yeah,
they know, but they know how the ancient things and how name has meaning.
They call it Apex Predator, Lion Pax.
Yeah,
Because there was the other one name?
I'm forgetting what Pax means. One or
There's
something
something
like that.
name, with the Decepticon, what was his name? Really?
That's what Megatron.
Megatron,
Yeah,
what was his real name back then?
I forgot what dude called him in the movie. I'm getting his name. But that wasn't his name. He had a different name. You can tell he had a little evil. Evil in him. So these are all constellations, studying the bands of Orion. Go ahead.
32. Canst thou bring forth Mazaroth in his season?
Mazarov is the zodiac,
Mhm.
the 12 zodiac sign, right? Wow. Can you bring forth the zodiac going in their seasons? Go ahead.
Or canst thou guide Arcticus? Arcturus with his son.
Yeah. Arcturus again is another star constellation that, right? The star that makes up to be suns.
Wow.
These are star constellations. All right, go ahead.
33. Knowest thou the ordinance of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth?
So that's how it is. So these are the ordinances of heaven, and then what the Most High does, he set the dominion in the earth. What's gonna rule what, right? So you said that the sun rules the day, right?
Mhm.
And the moon rule the night.
Okay,
So he's setting up the dominion of the ordinance of heaven.
okay.
Then you have the stars, right? Then you have the wind, and you have all the different the lightning. So he sets up these things in place and in their dominions, right? Same thing he does with the earth. Man is the dominant one,
Right,
right?
right.
In there. Then after that, he sets the rest of it, right?
Dominion of all
Right.
animals of the earth and the creepy, the
After
crawlies.
after the man is dominion, then you
No.
have. Most likely you have these Leviathan and these other creatures and stuff that it talks about. And all the way down to the lion, crocodile and stuff like that. So all of the dominion of the earth and stuff like that.
Huh.
All right, go ahead.
34. Canst thou lift up thy voice to the clouds?
Can you do something like that? Can't sing all the way up to there. Go ahead.
That abundance of water may cover thee?
Duh. Man, you ain't that loud. Go ahead.
Canst thou send lightnings that they may go and say unto thee, here we are?
Yeah. Can you command the lightning? Can you send lightning? That they may go? Go ahead.
36. Who hath put wisdom in the inward parts, or who hath given understanding to the heart?
Yeah. Who put wisdom in the inward part? In this lightning? Or who have given understanding to the heart? So it's as simple as that the Most High put certain understanding in certain things.
Mhm.
Certain things you didn't put understanding. In certain things, according to how he understands it's supposed to go. Certain animals have understanding, certain animals do have better understanding,
Wow,
so on and so forth.
wow,
You know what I'm saying?
that's true, that's true.
Certain animals are just one way,
Come,
right? Like that salmon,
mhm,
that salmon is one way.
come,
He gonna risk his life going back to that pond, is
mhm,
he not?
yeah,
He gonna swim upstream and get back.
yeah,
And him doing that, he becomes a prey to the bear. The bear calls, yes, sir. Easy.
the bear had to eat too.
Yeah.
Come
I was like,
on.
but all that is set up by the Most
Most high,
High
come,
to make the balance everything out.
come,
You know what I'm saying?
come,
About like how the snakes operate.
Snakes operate the way they slither.
come,
They put their tongue out and all that. They eat the dust.
come,
When the snake put his tongue out, he's feeling the vibration in the air. And
mhm,
he's also getting dust on his tongue.
mhm, mhm, to lick up the dust, come.
Yeah. He eat dust,
Yeah,
right? But then he also looking for bigger meal.
mhm,
He gonna just eat dust. He gonna eat other stuff. But he himself, he becomes a prey to other animals.
come,
But he himself, animals have become his prey.
come, come,
He catch you, he squirt that venom on you, or he bite you,
mhm,
and that's it for you. You become paralyzed, and that's it for you.
right,
But he himself become a prey at other times.
Yeah.
Right? There's different species of these animals, these snakes. Yeah, that little small multicolored one, that's black and red.
yeah,
You don't want him to bite you, you're done.
yeah, yeah.
You don't want him to bite you.
It's,
Oh, the cobra,
no,
He's in a cobra.
no, no,
like what it was, oh, mambo.
it's, red to black is venom lac, and black to red in your bed.
Yeah, that's
So they
that black and red one.
Yeah.
His venom will kill you in minutes.
Mama, it kill you too.
So sound like a black widow.
Black mama might be a black mama.
Yeah, mama, but there's certain animals that resistant to the mama, but that black, that one right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that, I know which one you talking
Yeah,
about.
he bites you,
Yeah.
Oh, milk snake.
he bites you as a rat. His venom is deadly. Oh, he bites you, you gotta get away from them.
Them in the milk snakes.
Hey, do you know how many, do you know how many of them people in India?
Mhm,
India like is the number one place where snake kill people.
mhm.
Them East Indians out there, they die all the time by snake bites. Yeah, they try to charm the snake and go up and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
They're playing with them and all that stuff.
Those was cobras.
Yeah, let them die.
Now, you ever seen them churches down south?
Oh, the rattlesnakes.
Yeah, they picking up snakes until they go off that scripture, we should pick serpents up. And one dude got bit, man, that dude, that rattlesnake tore him up, and man, it was like, he knew he was done, because the way it was like, he was stupid. He made a fool out of himself twice.
Are you talking about the pastor?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it was just like he was all, man. I
Told him, look,
It's like he didn't know what, he was delusional, and they had to really have to help him off the stage, but
he kept saying he's gonna be all right.
I'm gonna be all right, let's, man, everybody looked at him like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna be all right.
You're already done.
It's done. Like this guy, he played with snakes and he played around. And he India, he charmed a lot of snakes.
Mhm,
One of them little small skinny ones bit him.
mhm.
But the snake bit him right, and he's kind of like keep moving in slow
I
motion.
seen that one too. He didn't
He
want
moving in slow motion. You see, I'm going to the doctor. He goes,
Yeah.
they put venom in there.
Yeah.
You go to the doctor. But listen, by the time he gets to the doctor, his entire arm is blue.
Mhm,
By the time they get him in there, he's out.
mhm.
Hurry and put him on a respirator, but it's too late.
Yeah.
The venom is shut down his organs and shut him down. He
This
died.
just goes through.
Yeah. You should have cut his arm off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
That venom get in there. Once he gets to this part right here,
Yeah. It's a wrap.
oh,
It's a
it's gonna
wrap.
shut all that down.
Have you guys ever seen a snake get milked with that for its venom so it can give you the anti-venom? You ever see how the venom look?
No,
It looked like it'd kill you. It looked like antifreeze or something.
I thought it was like clear or something. Thick clear.
Greenish, yellowish type stuff. Oh, look crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't no listen, man. When a snake bites you,
like chop that whatever off.
Yeah.
Or you can let you read that to that, that syrup.
And all this gangrene.
Huh?
Gangrene. It's like when you have the diabetes and sugar is too much and it turns into gangrene and poison. You got that's where the
You know,
happens.
it depends on, again, the venom, all venom may not be the same, right? Some venom that make your hand pop out,
Yeah,
bust open,
yeah.
or bust your stuff open.
And the thing about it is, why do you keep messing with something like that damn thing? Sweat.
That's how you saw
Nah,
it.
I mean, this thing.
Not only them, he's an East Indian
Yeah,
too.
he's a wild man.
East Indians, East Indians.
That's where most of the snakes are, is in India.
Yeah.
They got poisonous tarantulas.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you got poisonous spiders, they tell you, they show you in the spider when they bite some of them creatures. Those creatures done.
There was one dude that got bitten by a spider. He had to have skin grafts done to his arm.
Oh, yeah.
So that spider bite spread it all over. You know?
That's that brown reculus.
Mhm.
He rots your skin out.
Yeah. Gotta be careful with them damn things. Because, see, now it's gonna get hot, and so we're gonna see a lot of them webbing up everywhere, stuff like that. The lady at my job, you know, she said, oh, it's just called spider web or something, because they come out, you know, down the wolf spiders, you got wolves, spiders, you got black widows.
Brown retrievers.
It'll get you.
They will. I finish up here, man. I am tired. I'm gonna end this right here. We finish this chapter, man. I am beat.
We're 37?
Yeah.
Job chapter 38, verse 37. Who can number the clouds in wisdom?
Whoa. Hold up, son. Hold up. Who can number it? Go ahead, brother.
Or who can stay the bottles of heaven? What's the bottles of heaven? I didn't even, that's me.
What about here? Go ahead.
38. When the dust groweth, it hardens, and the clouds cleave fast together.
Yeah. Something is coming together there. Going hard. Go ahead.
39. Wilt thou hunt the prey for the lion,
Yeah, will you hunt out a prey for the lion? Go ahead.
or fill the appetite of the young lions? 40. When they couch in their dens and abide in the covert to lie in wait.
Yeah, so they're waiting. No, that's how lions get down.
Come.
Or you
41. Yeah, crouching down.
cut.
Go ahead.
41. Who provided for the ravens his food when his young ones cry unto God, they wander for lack of meat.
So we see right here that the young ones cry unto God. Well, God speaks the language of these young birds, or is it these birds are speaking Hebrew?
Wow. That's deep.
You hear these chirping and stuff. You hear birds chirping in the trees. You don't know what's being said. They're saying something. You be talking to God. Yeah, I need some food. Starving over here. You know what I'm saying? God, like, listen, fire that trash can over there. Got you hooked up. Another meat up in there. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You don't know what the birds are saying.
The pears still can talk. I hear the crows who cut their tongue, or even certain pigeons, they can talk.
Yeah. I don't want to talk. So. All right, you stop sharing, man. I am beat. And there's